Hi guys, it's me again. I know you're here for a wonderful game that is displayed upon the screen right now. And you're probably wondering what everybody else below me is saying right now. Unfortunately for them, they are muted. I have the power to unmute them at any point in time, but before I do, I just think I should say one little thing, just one tiny thing that is very important. You all came here thinking we're playing Apollo Justice, but we're actually not. We're going to be playing Granblue Fantasy Relink, and this is a pinch stream. Because I need friends to play it with, and what better... And what better way to play a wonderful game that is probably one of my favorite games of all time than my wonderful best friends under me? How do you all feel about that? Oh gosh. Alright. I'm only kidding. We're doing Apollo Justice. Alright, here you go. You guys are unmuted now. You can speak.
I thought you were gonna say I made continue.
Wait, did I come across on stream?
What?
Huh? What?
No, you were muted.
All right, here's my meme. Oh, for God's sakes!
Oh gosh.
Oh my God, JC, a bomb.
So, fun days, yes. Welcome, everybody, to the continuation of our Ace Attorney shenanigans. And we're gonna be, yes, continuing with Apollo Justice. And before you all are saying, wait, isn't Investigations next? No, not in our lore. Here we go.
Oh no, we don't load content!
Genuinely my reaction when Solia said that we're not doing Apollo Justice.
That's over now. They stole
I forgot to unmute the game.
They took it.
Stop stream.
You forgot to...
That's over now.
Honestly, it was muted. It was muted already, so.
That was today. Today.
Wow, that was like at the same exact time. Wow, this actually...
Guys, look, it's me.
on
It's
here.
me.
Oh wow, the graphics look good.
That actually looks really good. I'm
Whoa,
laughing
that
because
drawing looks
the
sick.
second I
Showtime.
pressed it,
Oh, these all
Megan
look
did
really
the
cool.
Wait, hold on.
dodgeball.
You can
Or someone
actually
did the
skip?
dodgeball.
You can just skip them right here? Just go to episodes.
So basically like DGS.
No.
This actually looks really good. Hang on.
Nope.
Hang on, I might have to go buy the Apollo Justice trilogy for myself now.
No.
I love this
Hang on.
objection theme, no matter how low down it is compared to the other ones. Oh, so good.
It
So
fits
good.
Apollo. It fits really well.
Oh, yeah.
So good news,
It fits
guys.
for
If this
me.
gets corrupted at any point in time, we're good.
I have a question.
Well,
Sophia.
kinda. We don't have
Can you-
chapter lists.
Can you, for me, can you go through the
What the
games and see what they all look
Oh,
like?
we do! Oh my god, that's cool! Woo!
Can you switch games, Nine? I want to see the others.
Alright, yeah, let's see the others real quick.
Oh
No,
yeah.
Let's wait. Let's keep everybody in
No,
suspense.
no, hit it,
Let's
hit
keep all
it,
y'all in
hit it.
suspense. Looking forward to it.
We know what the games
I hate
look
this
like,
game.
we
I
just
hate
want to
this
see
game.
what they look like on the menu.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
we can set custom music in the backgrounds for this?
We can.
Wait, what?
Oh, hit
Press
R,
R,
hit
press
R.
R, press R.
R.
Yo.
Oh my god!
Whoa. Okay, that's sick.
Yes!
Man, if only the stream wasn't crunchy.
Eccentric
Wait, what?
2007.
The audio, I mean.
That sounds like
Man, that music sounds sick.
Cyclops.
this is like literally
2007.
sick.
Yeah. I like the pursuit theme
Wait,
from this one.
backgrounds too.
I'm gonna
Yes.
Wait, you can change the
stab.
Let me
Switch
put-
tabs. E.
Let me put it back.
E.
Let me put.
E.
I want to put the other song back.
No.
Oh, you can just have it be, you know, stills or just,
Ah,
you know.
right. Makes sense.
Oh, but
well,
you can
we
unlock.
want the
Wait, you have to
video,
unlock
so.
someone. What is this, Sonic Mega Collection?
Please, just do it. Let me see them.
You can just have the jingle. That's all for today.
Yeah, that's
Tricksting.
it, guys.
Oh,
I hope
true.
you enjoyed the
Does it,
stream. Now we're gonna go to Great Fantasy Wheel.
wait,
Hold on, does
hold
it
up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
Wait,
Does it
wait.
loop? Does it loop?
What
Does
is
it loop? The jingle.
You need to chill.
I just want to.
He just wants to
Does it-
know.
Does it loop? Of
Do
course
it,
it
do
loops.
it.
I won that.
Because it's a jingle. It's not really supposed to loop.
I'm
Sorry,
pretty
we-
sure
we-
it does.
Are we really just gonna
Uh,
wait?
I'm doing a smaller song. Oh, no. Actually, no, we're not doing it. Let's go in.
No, please, no.
No,
stop.
no, because-
Oh!
Oh.
Individual title screens. Oh, never mind.
Uninstall the game.
Oh, that's
Trump.
a pretty big font there.
Oh, ooh.
Make it a painting. Well, that's a realistic painting.
It's Thunderbat Storm. Oh, sorry. I had to sneeze.
Showdown time. You lose.
Flap.
Quack.
9, that was you.
Good job.
I honestly had food in my mouth.
Dun. Dun. Dun.
Realistic.
I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands, should it come to that.
Yeah, I can't believe after Trick, Phoenix Wright started doing poker.
He got hit rock bottom.
Dude, those guys look different now.
Can we take him? Guys, look.
Those
I'm
guys look
hovering the
different now.
mouse
Look-
over the thing.
Oh my
and
God! There's a backlog.
Wait, why?
Also, you could always do that. So, just click on them. They just didn't
Well, no,
highlight in the
yeah,
last
but like
game.
yeah, I mean that's what I do with the other one. But you can actually tell that I'm
There's
actually
autoplay,
hovering
too.
over it before
Sick.
all of you are like, "Oh, how dare you not press the right button?" Well, now you can see that I will or not, and then laugh at me still.
Be prepared to laugh.
April 20th, 9:37. What?
What?
Okay, I thought someone said my name. April 20th, 9:37 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3.
9.
Panicked. Palms sweaty. I can admit it.
Oh, Waji.
I'm
Waji,
nervous.
Waji,
Waji,
voice mode.
What?
the voice. Do the
I
voice.
don't have it, you
No,
idiot.
no, it's fine. Use the other thing that we talked
No,
about.
no,
Use
no,
it.
no, I had.
Just use
No,
it.
I have
Just the
standards.
thing.
No. Stop
It
it.
is the standard.
No,
Do
not
the
standard.
thing.
No.
Gosh dang it, fine.
If you're
I guess
if
I'll
you
edit
wanna
it
do
in
bang
post.
For me.
Edit and post.
Good morning.
What? Wait.
Good
What
morning,
are those
sir.
bits? What are those bits?
What? What?
He looks a little pixelated.
He looks slightly pixelated. Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Check the
What
graphic
the
settings.
heck?
Yeah, try to open up the graphics, yeah.
Wait, did they remake the sprites?
Anti-aliens. Vertical.
Oh, the resolution is that low. That
the
explains it.
resolution. Yeah.
You want
Nine.
me to fix it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean, do we want you to fix it? What do you think the answer is going to be? That's not even, that's not
Oh,
your,
that didn't even
that's-
look like it fixed it.
That
Honestly.
doesn't look
It looks a touch better, but only a touch.
He's
What's your Windows? 1920 1080? Yeah.
yeah, try 1080.
There
Much
we
better.
go.
Oh no,
Hey.
please don't make me play in this.
Why?
Why?
What's wrong?
Why?
Because
What?
my
What's wrong?
entire screen is covered.
Are you playing in
Oh.
windowed mode?
We'll
Yes.
monitor the stream. Oh, never mind.
Yes, you
Wait,
guys see the reason.
no,
see the
no, 9.
It's
no,
fine.
go
It's
back.
fine. It's fine.
Just,
Yeah, no,
just
it's
click
fine.
window
It's fine.
mode. They might have borderless. God, go through the settings before giving up.
Borderless.
See, just borderless.
Now,
Okay, now do 1080.
now, guys, how does that help me? Access OBS, read chat, touch voice mod when my entire screen is
Alt-
covered?
Alt tab.
Well, monitors frame.
what do you need to do OBS to do with OBS for?
Do you not
Checking
have a
audio
second
levels.
Monitor
Okay.
audio levels?
you know-
It's fine. It's not a big deal. Let
Audio
it do the
levels.
voice
I can
one
check for
second.
that. I can check that right now.
Do you not have a second
I
monitor,
haven't.
Nine?
I can't believe that I've been streaming for it's like for you guys for 2 to 3 years at this point, and I guess
We
I
didn't
never
know.
ever talked about my son.
We never knew.
You never
I guess
told
to
us.
be fair, could I, turn on my TV thing that's to the left of me right now and use it as a second monitor? Yes, but that's gonna waste more time.
So you can turn up your mic
oh.
just a touch.
Oh, Blue, it'll take you 5 seconds to turn it on. Man, what a waste of time.
No, I have to plug it in.
Why is it? Why
Yeah,
is
I'm
it
always
plugged?
low because I don't know why I'm always quiet.
I mean, we know why.
Why?
Because you keep doing everything wrong.
Oh! Ooh, good thing I saw this. Voice mod wasn't connected to it.
Nice.
9!
Alright, compressor. Right, I have a compressor on this.
How are you able to stream with only one monitor?
Magic.
Mega, how are you able to stream in general?
Ooh.
Me?
Ooh.
Yes, Mega.
What do you mean, how am I able to?
Alright,
You saw me solve that
okay,
issue.
I'm gonna wait for UA, so I just changed it.
It's called falling upwards, Wedgie.
How's that sound?
I fall sideways.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I better not be too loud now. I better not like
As
look
for-
bad.
As for chat, I'll read it out for you.
Yeah, I'll read it. I'll read chat.
You guys really want me.
Man, I
To
really
do
feel like a
full
problem.
screen.
I'm nervous for this role here.
Well, I don't want to compromise the visual experience.
You're
Alright,
compromising
let
me right
look
now, UA.
here. Does it
Yeah,
look
you're actually
pixely on the
compromising my
screen?
experience.
It looks
Yes.
decent. It's
No.
fine.
It doesn't look.
Yes.
That's crazy. It actually doesn't look pixelated on the screen. It just looks pixelated for me.
It looks pixel. It kind of
And for
looks
you guys.
pixelated. It
Uh,
looks
ma-
like
ma- ma-
someone.
Display
maybe-
a touch to the right as well, because
It looks like
it's not
someone
fitting in the
remade the
box.
sprite in double size and was like pixel perfect.
Yeah, this is
It's
supposed to be
kinda weird.
anti-alias, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Which is funny.
Yes,
Consultation.
anti-aliasing is on.
9, turn off 18 alias.
Wait, did they give you did they give you a hint system in this consultation?
Consultation.
Ah.
Oh, right. That was in the original 3DS.
Okay.
That was
I
in the
can't
3DS.
believe
Yeah,
this
yeah,
game
Yeah.
saw how bad I was doing during streams and said,
It was like, yeah,
Solia,
you want
you need
consultations?
this.
What's reader? What's reader? What's that?
That's
That's
basically
the backlog.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's story mode.
Oh.
That's story mode actually.
Story mode. What?
The hell?
Just hit
Can we
activate it
continue?
and just watch. Anyway.
Alright.
Imagine buying a $40 game just to sit there and do nothing.
Actually, UA, can you do one last thing with the
Or is it
audio check and
magic?
Yes.
everything? I'm gonna scream. I want you to tell me if it's way too loud.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
give me a second and like scream in 5 seconds.
Okay, so guys, lower your volumes.
I should have recorded
my
that.
god. Jesus
No,
Christ.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, you sound like you were being stabbed 15 times by a home invader.
9, you made the Gmod jump scare sound. How did you do that?
You want to know what that sounded like? The female version of what was it called? Oh my god, the femur breaker.
Oh.
So, how was that?
Very terrifying. God help us. I don't think we're gonna be able to get stream right now.
I'm gonna play this jump scare sound.
I just gave all of it nightmares.
Hi,
I think you're
guys.
possessed. I think you're possessed.
Hi, guys. I'm a voice actress. Nice to meet you all.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
You were supposed to scream, not scream like you were like being murdered.
Well, I screamed like I said I would. So, UA, did I
Well,
peek?
I'm gonna use that in my horror game.
Yeah, you definitely peaked. I could tell I could tell even when I had my volume down. I heard
Right.
the peakness.
Well,
Value.
the key to voice acting, as far as I've read, is that you're not when you scream, you're not actually supposed to scream.
What? I've heard the reverse.
Yeah, tell
when
the
you
femur
have to
breaker
scream,
guy
you
that.
go out.
Tell
Yeah,
the
you
femur
kill your
breaker
vocal
guy that.
It helps. Like it doesn't strain your vocal cords as much.
Oh.
Wait, have you seen the femur breaker?
How's this man?
Diaphragm.
From Containment Breach.
No, there was someone like recorded like being a guy that was in the femur breaker and actually it having like
Midnight, I'm sorry.
chomped on him down
I'm so sorry.
and probably the most horrifying scream I heard in fictional
In real
history.
life?
Yeah, he had his
Yes, in
femurs
real life,
broken.
UA,
What?
come on. UA, come on. No, he was a voice actor. Search it up though. It's horrifying.
No,
Right.
no, he's a method actor. So
But yeah,
Actor, this guy said. Anyways, we
okay,
have a
did I
game.
distort? Let me answer ask that.
Honestly, I couldn't tell.
you distorted our
Alright,
brains.
that's-
Why didn't we
alright,
do this
fine.
before stream?
I'll trust that. Okay, we could just continue now because I put the compressor at like 6.1 and then up
Well,
the
you're
game
almost
by like
15
12.
minutes ahead of stream
Yes,
time, and we are
Wudgy,
down.
I'm sorry.
What, 3 lines?
You all were like,
Dude, that's-
oh, 9. Put it on full screen mode.
You all, I've been silent.
Okay, Dan, you are innocent.
I didn't care.
He is
honestly.
not innocent.
He's Mega and 9 are both correct.
Meanwhile,
I'm
Christoph
not
Gavin
innocent.
stares into our soul.
I'm not innocent, but I did do nothing.
All right,
I know what you did, Dan.
all right. Go ahead, Wudgy.
I already said the line
Say it again.
45 minutes
Say
ago.
it again.
Say it again. Say it again.
Good morning, sir.
You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight.
Wound up, sir? No, I'm loose. I'm fine.
That screeching noise, is that your voice?
Yeah, that
How
weird
dare
sound
you.
I heard earlier.
The death scream.
Was that
I
you?
suppose it's to be expected. Your first trial and it's a homicide. I guess justice doesn't start small, huh?
I'm fine. I got up at 5 a.m. to do my Chords of Steel voice workout. I'm fine.
Ah, that explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality to your screech.
I overdid it again.
As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down, if you get my drift.
Get him not guilty,
Drift
or
on,
I
sir.
kill you.
I'm all over that drift.
As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder. We can't let this case fall through.
Yes, I'm fine, sir.
One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. People might take you the wrong way. I'll be preparing our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client.
Hello, it's me. I'm fine.
My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. If it isn't clear already, I'm very fine. I'm also a new attorney. And today is my first trial.
Hmm.
Not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder.
No.
I don't know why my mind then
No,
translates that to,
no.
and
Why
that's
are you all
fine.
laughing at me? Am I terrible?
No, I'm just because you were so far doing like with.
I'm
That's
fine,
fine.
alright?
I'm fine, all right.
Yeah, fair enough. You are fine.
My boss wants to help him out, of course, and so do I. Yep, I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him. No way. I don't even know him.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Who's this hobo?
Hmm.
Whoa.
Oh.
He looks
Good,
so distant.
Morning.
Morning. It's all up to you today, huh?
First trial, nervous. Meeting him, cardiac arrest. I think I'm supposed to say something. Help?
Well,
So you're...
Fine. I'm fine.
Ah,
There was an autosave
Mr.
there.
Mr. Fine, is it?
Mr. Larry Fine.
Mega, you're awesome for saying that.
What?
I did remember you having a bit of an odd name.
Well, we're off to a great start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me? Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney. And he's your friend, so why?
You'll see. You can do it. Be confident.
I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean,
It's time. Well, shall we?
Yes, sir. Okay, I need to focus. First trial, here comes justice!
Nick was never the same after Trick left Mega.
Mega gets to be the judge.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's either UA or Mega. And Mega was already proud to be the judge, so.
April 20th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Were those redone?
Oh my goodness, I'm in HD. The court is now in session.
Yeah.
Why do I look this way? I kind of look weird.
You look like someone drew you in MS Paint.
Yeah, they definitely 100% redid the judge, and I think this is mobile.
Yes.
One's retouched, and I don't
He
know
looks
why they 100%
odd.
redid him when they already remade him in HD. Go figure.
He looks so odd, yeah.
He looks better in the HD trilogy that we just played.
He looks like a DeviantArt version.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Oh no, you get to fight against yourself.
There's no way I'm doing this. I would die.
Mega.
Okay. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is, fine. I mean ready, Your Honor. I'm going blank. Don't panic. Too late.
Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes.
What are those little white dots in the middle?
I've seen a lot in my life.
That's his pupils.
I've already seen a lot. It's only my first day.
Every time he has this sprite, his light flashes before his eyes.
Your name was Mr. Justice. I figured out what's wrong. I look way taller than I should be.
Like, tall
Is this your
way
first
bigger.
trial?
Your Honor, did you grow?
Yeah, 7 feet, in fact.
Oh.
Is this your first trial?
Yes, Your Honor. But I'm fine. Really.
Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Mr. Gavin?
Yes, Your Honor.
I was under the impression that you would be heading up this case.
That was my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always see to his client's wishes. And my client specifically requested Mr. Justice.
Well, of course he wants justice. But to entrust this case to this greenhorn, why? I do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin.
Okay. So Gavin's got trial experience, fine. But does he have cords of steel?
Baggy, and let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom.
Dan, I need you to not go to your Jake Marshall voice.
This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances.
You also have white pupils. Your life is also flashing before your eyes.
I've seen things. Oh, by the way, long time no see, Mr. Wright.
Is he drinking something?
Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player.
Ace
Mr.
pianist.
Wright, how could this have happened?
I won't speak of it further than the prosecution would be so kind as to explain the charges, Mr. Payne.
Just think I saw you enter this room of fresh attorney. Now I'll see you leaving chains.
Ah, Winston Payne. Subtle as ever, I see.
The crime occurred at the Basketball Club, a Russian restaurant. A defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him, wham, on the head, smack, killed him dead, cold. Wait.
A customer at the restaurant, you say? And the defendant, you say he was,
Oh my god.
Goodness. It looks like he just saw a murder occurred right before his eyes.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, Mr. Payne, what have you done?
Mr. Payne, what are these words you're saying to me?
The pianist for the club, it seems.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, a pianist?
This is the weapon the victim that took the victim's life. A bottle of grape juice. Grape juice, apparently a defendant's drink of choice.
As he holds it right there, drinking from it.
This court accepts the deadly substance as evidence.
Oh, nice.
Deadly bottle
Yeah.
added to the court record.
I mean, it makes sense for them to merge the evidence look from DD and SOJ with 4 if they're all in the same collection, so.
Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filed in the court record. Make a practice of checking it frequently.
The court record. Right! I've heard of that! I went to law school!
Use E to look at the evidence so far.
Use E.
I'm confident in your ability to handle this.
You know, that pause when he said it, like, and then he just says, I'm confident in your ability to handle this. In his mind, in his mind,
He's gonna fail, and I'm going to laugh.
He's going to fail, and I'm going to smile.
During that pause before he says E,
Just use E. E. Sounds like it's time for some hands-on action. By that, no.
just replace like his voice. Looks like it's time to press E. Just someone else's voice.
So the victim was a customer at the restaurant. But just who was this Shady Smith fella?
We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor.
A traveler?
According to his passport, he had been out of the country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently, though. His place of residence is unclear.
And he has some sort of a connection with the defendant?
That, too, is unclear at present, Your Honor. We believe they first met at the Basketball Club on the night of the crime.
If they had only just met, then why murder? Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing.
It doesn't appear that being the case. No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. At least not piano playing. I'll let this phone explain what I mean. Oh my god, he's dead. As we can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime.
Wait a second. Who's eating?
9.
9.
Is it poker gambling? That's a crime in of itself.
Indeed, appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest son of...
I am quite-
assure you, it's quite based.
You know, I don't remember
This
that
is
line.
sort of
I
criminal.
don't remember Bane saying that.
The base is sort of criminal.
I almost
thank
choked
you,
on
Mr.
soup
Payne.
because of that.
Thank you, Mr. Payne. I'm glad you think so.
I can assure you, I'm quite based.
That poker game was pretty lit, fam.
Honestly, that robbery I did last week, oh, so bad.
That was so based.
He's like holding up the OK sign with his hands. That was pretty base. That was. Ooh.
This Phoenix Wright is the basest of criminals.
Objection! It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim.
I thought he was gonna say it is true that gambling and being a criminal is pretty based. However,
Everything is based.
Yet it was only that, a game in the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor.
The competition.
Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in a blue flame, know its final outcome.
I don't want to come again.
The cards on the table had blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those presents and impress women.
Women.
I'm not impressed.
Then we're there for sort of business here then. We must impress the women.
Hey, Nine, look, I'm balancing a coffee mug on my head. Are you impressed?
Dude, that's
Ooh,
based.
excellent. That's pretty based.
That's pretty base.
That's a pretty base crime right there.
To find out more about this fatal game of cards. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition on the...
My pleasure.
This is it. My first trial. Here goes nothing.
Objection.
Oh.
Ooh, sharp.
The competition. Oh no! What did I do? Okay.
What
What did you do?
Everything's
did you do?
Everything's fine.
Oh, I love this theme. I love this theme.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, this is what the backlog's for. Christy.
Wait. Real quick. I just want to check
Nine.
something. Okay. So what happened was I scrolled down and activated it. So I thought maybe scrolling up would go back, but
I'm a pianist, but... I'm sorry, I got interrupted.
Let's try that again.
You good, Nine? You good?
yeah. No, it's just funny. Like we're talking, and then Phoenix.
No, take 26.
Like that. Like a beast
All
is
right.
about to come out.
All right, take two. Action.
I'm a pianist by trade.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Mr. Gavin.
you in the middle of your speech?
Right. I'm a pianist by trade. Yeah, I can hardly play it. Shut up, Mega!
Why is he laughing, Mr. Kevin?
I have absolutely no idea.
Just pointing at the guy like, shut up!
Shut up! There's like a guy just playing with something. I can do that!
Okay. I'm a pianist by trade, but I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. I'm gonna mute Mega real quick.
Isn't that
There we go.
distracting?
Oh, finally.
Hey, was I
The
being that
room where we
loud?
play in the competition and there are the club's
Man.
main attractions.
Man.
The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards.
2.
That's all it is. A game. And our customers are happy. Okay, now I can unmute him. Now I can concentrate now.
Come up with that.
Instantly shakes dice.
A pianist who can't play piano.
better than a defense attorney who can't defend.
Hey!
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Right, Your Honor. My first cross-examination. Don't blow it.
I love this theme.
Are you all right? You're sweating bullets.
Bullets? Where?
You're sweating. Relax. Take a deep breath.
My brain feels strained and raspy, sir.
You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times. Though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher?
What to do? Should I ask for Mr. Gavin for a refresher course in cross-examination?
Ooh.
No, thanks.
Ah.
No need for help here, sir. I think I've got this one covered.
I think you'd better do more than think. You know it or you do not.
I'm fine. The cords of steel are ready for battle. My weapons, press and present.
Find any inconsistencies, any lies in the testimony, and reveal them to the court. That is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, do it.
Inconsistencies?
Do it.
Lies? Phoenix Wright?
Phoenix Wright.
As if! Phoenix Wright would never lie, and it's up to me to prove it.
I would never lie in a courtroom.
The defense may begin the cross-examination.
You know, I think he's lying.
Oh.
Oh, they're back.
Ooh, it's green.
Ooh,
And they're
lovely.
segmented as well. Interesting.
Oh no. I don't
Oh,
like this.
yes.
I have to wait until that plays out before I can click it.
What?
What about the left
Oh,
and right
those
arrow
count
keys?
as regular dialogue.
Try the left and right arrow keys, 9.
Don't work.
Oh.
Okay, these work, but
Try-
no.
try Alt
That's even
F4.
worse. I can't even double click it.
But those count as regular dialogue where you can't skip them until you've already seen them.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Hold it! They pay you just to play poker?
That would seem to be the case. I am a professional after all.
Bah, do I take pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hard-working member of society like me to imagine.
Yes, your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston.
What?
I played poker for 7 years in that little room. And I've never lost once.
What?
You see why the customers come now. Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is, I'm quite a draw.
Wait, you've never lost once? Not even one time?
As I said, I'm a professional, Justice.
He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once.
He's hacking.
Is that even possible?
There we go.
Hold it! The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction?
It has quite a history, actually. The Borscht Bowl Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day.
Black market?
All in the past, of course. Things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. Suffice it to say that there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room.
A smoky room, gambling hoods, you know? Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad.
Be careful not to break, Your Honor. The bosses gather around. Is that a sigh of disappointment? I guess?
Careful not to break.
Bad.
I don't get it.
Neither do
Mr.
I.
Gavin, what are they talking about?
Hey, that's my voice! Get out of my body!
No! The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals, safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, a goon keeps watch through the small window.
Goon.
I can practically picture it now.
That window does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout, but little else.
The room had a few other tricks to it, though it was common knowledge to our regulars. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history.
You see Phoenix just shudder when he says tricks.
Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun.
Hold it!
Hold it.
2 decks of cards?
A simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards.
There's something else I noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there's some lying scattered on the floor.
Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor, each one forming a complete deck. A crime scene painted blue by a sad sweep of cards. It's poetic, really.
Incidentally, we used 2 types of cards at the club. One deck of cards was red, the other blue.
As I recall, in poker you make 5-card hands. I can see how it would be easy to cheat.
Yes, a game of hands.
Huh?
Alright, this competition you're talking about, I hate it. I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently.
That's right! It was a simple game, after all.
Are you sure?
Huh?
People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. Yet you claim no connection to the crime?
Now that's strange.
What's strange?
I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Of course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense.
I completely let that one slip by.
Don't despair yet, Justice.
Sir?
Right. There's something I'd like to make clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand, and I'd like to hear it from you.
Sure, why not?
Very well, the defendant will amend his testimony.
Just one little press, and I've got myself a whole new testimony.
I plead silence regarding the murder, but I will say I never touched the murder weapon.
Dang, dude.
Objection! So you say you didn't touch the murder
Ooh, you got
weapon?
an achievement.
Opening
This
objection.
grape juice bottle? Right?
What, that one?
Yeah, that one. Not the one you're holding, the one that was used to kill the guy.
Well, so I said.
Something about it, Mr. Justice?
Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb.
What's this, Mr. Payne?
I examined the bottle in question, you see. And it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints.
Objection!
Don't hate the shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine.
Excess yelling can damage the judge's ears and our case.
But what about my cords of steel?
Apollo.
Anyway.
Apollo, it's time for you to know the truth. It's stupid. Your codes of steel are stupid. I'm sick.
That's a lie.
I'm sick
It's
every
not
time
true.
you open
It's
your mouth and what comes out is a scream. And you call
Search your feelings,
cords
you
of
know it to be
justice.
true.
It also damages my ears, you know.
Sorry, Mr. Gavin.
I'm like right next to you, Mr. Justice.
Mr. Justice, I have something to admit. I trained you wrong.
On purpose.
On purpose?
I thought it would be funny. I didn't expect you to actually pass the bar exam.
The cords of steel is not something you can use in a court of law.
I lied about that one, Justice.
I lied about that one.
Well, guess what? My last name is Justice, so here I come. What's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant?
That was perfect.
Well, that's true.
They won't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints.
Huh?
But the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down.
Upside down? What does that mean? Oh man, this music goes hard.
I mean, it means it was holding the bottle inverted, and there can only be one reason for that. Whack. He whacked him. Yes. To brain someone with their boodle.
Ah!
They kept it. They're like,
Mr. Gavin, I think things are took a turn for the worse.
Oh? I see no problem, Justice.
Huh?
The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything. You'll see.
Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle in the corner?
I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now.
For now. Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case.
I'm sure he's good cooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason.
Objection! Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something.
And what did I be, Mr. Gavin?
On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police?
Reported?
Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still, that,
Really?
Yes, well, according to the case file, who found that? The
Oh, sorry, that was mine.
reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone. Wait a minute.
Near the scene?
Let's take a look at the diagram of the murder scene, shall we? Yeah. Well, the victim was murdered in a small room in the basement 2 floors down from the ground level. And of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs in the hallway to go above ground. The call came from the first floor of the restaurant.
I see. And this is the phone that made the call.
Wright's cell phone added to the call record.
Bring, bring.
Very old school looking phone there, Mr. Wright.
The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime if he so chose. Yet he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he is being uncooperative.
Nice save, Mr. Gavin. I'd better not waste this.
I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being.
You toyed? I assure you, no one is more serious. Wow.
What was it you said? The defendant was in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. How can you possibly know this?
That's a good question. How indeed?
The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness.
Yeah, as good as they say you are.
So someone else was in the room the night of the crime. That must mean they witnessed the crime.
Everything up till now has just been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready?
No.
I'm fine and
The
ready.
prosecution may call its first witness to the stand, Mr.
Sorry,
Fry.
Your Honor.
Oh, it's her.
No, it is. Wait, wrong voice.
The witness will state her name and profession.
Got really old there for a second, Mr. Payne.
Hold
Be right back.
Hold on just a moment. Where are you going? Oh, he's gone. Okay.
I've got this.
What is the witness?
The Ithamite, she had been frightened by Defense's demonic-looking horns.
So I used a little hair gel. Relax, people.
Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this court will cut them off.
You are sure?
I swear it's on me, Gavel. Please come out.
Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor?
Well, if you are sure it is, okay.
No, the prosecution. No, wait a minute. Will the prosecution care to explain the witness's paraphernalia?
Yes. She's a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely the tools of her trade.
That would be.
My name is Olga Orly. I am employed as a waitress in Borscht Ball Club restaurant.
Then why the camera?
Of course, it is my pride to serve Borscht, that is naming restaurant. But I also perform, how it is said, other service. Oh, what is it now?
I take it one of these other services is taking the customers' pictures.
Da. Like, for example, this one.
That's the defendant.
Indeed. On the night of the murder.
Man
Welcome
in
back,
white
Eli.
hat is one who has gone kaput.
Why is he wearing Kuryu's clothes?
Why does he have no eyes?
Indeed, that is the victim. He's got no eyes. Order! This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps.
It is same way as I drop cold bowls of borscht on laps of customers, casually.
Then the court will casually accept this new evidence.
Olga's photo added to the court record.
Now, witness, where were you at the time of the murder?
It was in the room. The hideout, we call it.
Excuse me? The hideout?
It is room where famous gangster, a bad guy, was arrested.
Come on!
Is room where murder took place.
What?
You look of utter surprise. It is lovely. I will post by courtroom door later for you. Photos will be numbered, and you will write copy. You will write which ones you want copy of.
So there were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. The victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and Olga Orly, our witness. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means...
Very well, witness. You testify to the court about that night events.
That fateful night. That night, customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on, The victim, he plays whole time with his hand on locket at his neck. Then last hand is done. But something terrible has happened, That man flew at the victim and strangled him to death. Like, oh no.
Oh no. Incidentally, who won the game?
Isn't it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith.
Objection! That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Wright can't lose.
Oh, is Yui not back?
Justice. I'm eating. Maybe you can come up with a more legitimate objection?
But he hadn't lost in 7 years.
Take it from me, kid. It happens. I didn't lose a case my first 7 years as prosecutor either. Incidentally, I have some evidence here. These are the pocket chips as they laid the very moment of the crime. The hidden chips on this side belong to the defendant, Mr. Roy. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith.
Chips, you say?
Yes, I imagine that poker is war. Your head is your army and the chips are the spoils.
I know that. After all my youth, I was known as the poker head of code room number 3.
I just want to let you know, that one, it did it automatically. I did not control that.
Yeah.
I think he means poker face.
Looking at this picture, does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table.
Chip's photo added to the court record.
Very well, the defense record.
It's time for justice.
Oh, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's not what I want.
Objection!
Wait, did it say he was 17 years
Oh,
old?
really? Strangled, you say? That's odd.
Oh, April 17th. Never mind. Okay.
Man, age 17. Poor guy.
I thought.
Normal customers only throw on borscht.
No, I mean, this report shows that the victim died of a blow to the head. Miss Orley, really now, did you witness the crime?
My cat's annoyed that I voice characters and she's about to come to my chair and claw me to death.
Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He was still wearing his hat and everything. You can't hit someone with their hat on.
Yeah, it is the fact that he was hit, Your Honor. Bonk. Here's the photo we took of the victim with his hat off during our investigation.
Well, that's quite shocking, isn't it? This head certainly was hit.
Crime photo 2 added to the court record.
But I have seen it happen. The defendant, he lunged at the victim, his neck.
Oh, really, Miss Orley? I think I've caught you in your own lie this time.
Justice. I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this through once more.
What do you mean? I found a contradiction.
There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me.
Very well, guilty. It seems we should continue the cross-examination.
There's such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead. Let's stop beating it.
There is such a thing as thinking aloud too much, too.
It's funny.
That's why you don't have voice mod.
Objection! You know, there was one curious part in her testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said. But what does it mean?
Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what it is you're thinking so intensely about?
Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand on locket at his neck, I believe she said.
I hope you're not about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar.
No, but look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph.
Every time I look at it, it truly makes me laugh. Do you see a locket on the victim's neck?
Timing on that.
Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this.
But what does it mean?
I'm not gonna lie, the progression of all of that, it has too much meme potential. And I'll leave it at that.
Look at his photograph.
If we are to believe this witness's testimony as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death. Thanks for raiding, Picaro.
Oh snap, thank you for the raid, Picaro, I appreciate it.
Welcome to...
Get in here.
Welcome to the Hall of Justice.
Welcome to the...
Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor.
It's quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone, someone must have taken it off, no?
Taking it off? Wait, you don't mean...
The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it?
Oh! The defendant! What do you have to do to this? Say!
Yes. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
I wasn't paying attention. What happened?
I just noticed this spot. You have something hanging around your neck, don't you?
Oh, you mean this little thing? Yes, it's a locket with a photograph inside. A photo of my daughter.
Come again?
Mr. Wright, you have a daughter?
I can't believe it! He's not a virgin!
We confirmed that at the time of the last.
He confirmed it too?
This place is killing me.
That picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter.
Way to go, Mr. Wright! So Mr. Wright has a locket too. Why don't I buy this thing? This is just a coincidence.
Well now, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game.
Further testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear the defendant lost badly.
Miss Orley, you will testify to the court about the gameplay between the victim and the defendant.
Now, Picaro, get in here.
Picaro, you wanted to be part of this, right? Get in here and
Get
voice
in here
the judge.
and voice Winston Payne.
Or Winston Payne.
The judge is easier for me to voice.
Alright. Serious competition.
The game began with 3,500 points in chips for each man. Those chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one
There he
who is
is.
winning. It was victim. For last hand, defendant play with all chips on table and lose. The moment loss was decided, defendant grabs bottle from table and die.
Hello, Picaro.
Hello, Picaro.
Indeed, looking
I
at
hope
this
you like
picture.
this disgusting attempt at a high-pitched Russian accent. I don't
It's actually pretty good.
Oh, it
Yeah.
is.
Russian.
Oh, thank you. I record.
Your Honor.
We're not paying you.
He took a potato chip and ate it.
It makes sense anyway.
Indeed,
Also,
looking at this picture.
Give me like 1 second.
I
need to
pick
grab
up a
something.
potato chip and eat it.
I pick up potato chip, and I'm not going to continue it because it would be. I want surprise.
It does seem to be a one-sided game.
He said, "Oh, he's muted." No.
As the court knows, poking was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow.
You do it better than I do. I can't believe it. How many times have I heard these words? I had done it in a fit of anger. Your Honor, and I regret the common tale but true. I'm ready.
Me thinks the judge watches too many old court movies. Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong.
You know, wouldn't
What's
it be
so
funny if it was something along the lines of he's like, oh, wait, right, I did actually lose once.
No, I mean, I didn't win in 7 years.
Your Honor, I
Hold
believe the
it!
defense has a misconception.
Are
I've
the
actually
chips in
lost
this
the
photo
settlement.
all the chips that were used?
Huh?
Sorry.
Huh?
Sorry.
Huh? Sorry,
Oh,
what?
okay.
What?
Of course. I had to do something on Discord, and apparently with this game, I got to double tap the game client in order for it to activate, which is so dumb.
Something's fishy with these chips. Should I press harder? Of course.
I get it, fish and chips.
Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips.
Explain. What is there to explain?
Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips. They're not a chip off the old block, not a motorcycle chip.
Thanks. Now that I pressed her, I'd better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubles even?
My, as I have been saying before, Niet. As I've been saying before, it was game, not gambling. Hard perhaps for capitalists to understand. Two types of chip, 100-point chip and 1,000-point chip. It is not
Capitalist.
money, da.
Duh.
Justice,
Duh.
Sir!
don't you find her comments interesting?
In more ways than one, sir.
I'd have it added to her testimony myself.
Where does the defense want the witness to answer a testimony or not?
No need.
Add the testimony.
What do you want
Yes,
from me?
I do think this deserves further scrutiny. Add it to the testimony. I wish I knew where I was going with this.
Why don't you know these things? Very well, witness, if you'll be so kind.
Your Honor. Hold on.
Also, I'm staying here, by the way. If I mute, I'm just getting some candy. I don't want y'all to hear me rambling in the bag.
Wow, I can't believe he's getting candy and he's not sharing. What a rude man.
Man, I can't believe he's getting candy and not a PC.
It's my look. Okay, listen. This was a gift, you know. This was a gift.
Oh, well, what kind of candy?
I forgot what it's called. It's like
Sour
warheads.
Patch Kids?
Warhead.
Oh god, warheads. You just casually eat those things? I can't.
Yes, I love sour candy.
Too sour for me.
Don't
I
remind
love
me.
sour candy.
I actually
Don't eat
have
them too
several
fast. They
packets of them
actually
for a
damage your
reason.
tongue.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, like one at a time. I'm not like eating all of them. It's just like every now and then.
Why not?
See,
Damage
I-
your tongue. Get social benefits from the government.
No.
One
like
benefit
speaking.
you're gonna be getting is having the government tell you to shut up.
I like speaking. Thank you very much.
One kind of chip is worth 100 points. Other kind is worth 1,000. Two kinds in all. We got to do the funny chip photo because I just think it's neat.
Objection! You're sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure. I love hearing someone eat.
It seems our new attorney is a bit confused.
Oh.
A glance.
Oh, wait. Picaro, you good?
Oh, wait, Picaro, you're back. Yay.
No, I'm back. I'm gonna ask you. You want me to do it? Or you good?
Yeah, steal him. Take him. I don't want
cool.
pain.
Okay,
I always
yeah,
live in pain.
Give me the little rock. It's fine.
I glanced at the picture is enough to tell you who won. You're not in kindergarten.
Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court?
Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points?
Why, the big one, of course. Duh.
Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up.
The totals?
Uh-huh. Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips, and the combined total value of the chips were 7,000 points.
Yes, if my calculations are correct. Let's see. 3 plus 1 carry the 5.
Carry the 5.
They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. If the big chips are worth 1,000 points, and the small chips are worth 100, and you add them up...
How much is it?
Do it yourself. You aren't in kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. The chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I did my math wrong. I actually thought I was doing it right. It is 10,600.
I'm sorry, I was doing it in
I'm
Russian
sorry.
math, not
American math too hard.
American math.
Capitalist.
A capitalist like you can't understand.
But why? How could this be?
Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why.
Right. There's only one possible way to explain this contradiction. Both are right.
What's the right answer?
Each man began the game with 3,500 points.
I like Wudgy, how he had to like think for a second, like,
Because I kind of forgot. It's been a while. If all the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, then every time it makes me laugh. I mean, what? Oh God, I didn't even read it.
But what is it? Tell me. What did you read?
Then there can only be one answer.
Well, what is it? Tell me.
The value of the chips was the other way around.
What?
Want to know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones.
Madness! Utter madness!
Show me that photograph of the chips again. There's 6 small chips and 10 large ones. Why, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up.
Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself.
Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it.
But wait! The value of chips may be different, but that changes nothing.
Indeed, the victim did have a larger number of chips. Oh!
Exactly. If the small chips are 1,000 points and the large chips are 100, let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table.
I didn't graduate kindergarten.
The victim, Mr. Smith, had that many, and the defendant had that many.
Well, now.
That was a really loud squeak.
It seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all.
That's impossible.
My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning! What was
Oh my
that?
God, that was so good. I love that.
Turn noise suppression off.
Now, Miss Morley.
I love that cutoff. That was amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate
An
it.
air fryer. Now,
This is what they called me here for, chat. This is what they called me here for.
Miss Orley, you must have known the true value of the chips.
No, I really didn't.
Since you were there at the scene of the crime, weren't you?
I really don't know how the American arithmetic works.
Order! It appears our defendant has lost his motive. And Mr. Wright's supposed defeat. It never happened. Not this time.
We got you.
We made it up. Not this time. Oh, I didn't read it.
Hold on, I will let you know. Shut up, O'Reilly.
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly.
Auto parts. Ow!
We must now ask ourselves whether we can trust the witness's testimony.
Hold it!
Excuse me, what is it, Miss O'Reilly? Miss O'Reilly?
I did not want to be saying this, but actually, you see,
Picaro.
My bad.
See what, Miss O'Reilly? What do we see?
John Cena.
in the last hand, there was cheat. No, Midnight, it's not you. You're not
Cheat?
the cheat, though.
You don't mean a trick?
No, not a trick. No, not a trick.
Wait, what do you mean? A scam?
They're all the same thing.
A trick? Where have I heard that name before?
Yes, there was cheat in last hand.
Mega. The judge is like, now that's a name I haven't heard in a long,
Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
That is why game ends with chips as they are.
Dude, Dan.
Great.
Nick just looks at the
great.
judge. Do you know him? Of course I know him. He's you.
Of course I know him.
Jeez.
That's a big finale with the judge. Like, yeah, I knew
Alright.
all along.
Great. Just great. First we have lying, now cheating.
Well, this case certainly has taken a turn for the interesting.
Witness, you'll please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand.
The final hand.
Your Honor, please stop eating so close to your desk.
The last. Okay. The last hand. Both men had full house. There is 4 of each card and deck, from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment, game becomes argument. The defendant's trick was exposed. He took bottle in his hand. Poor Mr. Smith.
Why does this case have the word trick
Miss
in it
Orley!
more than any other game?
Why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? I thought I smelled a cover up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back those covers.
Full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make in my experience.
Your experience. That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics.
Scrupulous?
Right. That's not what I said, in a way.
What, Dan?
What?
And never mind, I thought I heard Dan say something.
I've been
Mr.
muted this whole
Gavin?
time.
Okay,
Oh
I'm
my
hearing
God.
things.
Like, please don't be close to your microphone. It picks it up.
Picks what up? I'm not eating.
That's all I hear. I hear it. We hear it.
I think that's Picaro.
Is it?
Yeah, I wasn't eating.
I mean,
Are you
Picaro,
sure
are you
you're not
currently
eating,
eating
Mega?
Warhead?
100%.
I mean, I'm not chewing on it. It's in my, it's in my mouth. I'm not like near my mic just eating it.
That's why I keep muting so nobody hears me eat.
I don't know.
Someone's chewing.
Not me.
Mr.
I've
Gavin,
already eaten.
what's a full house?
Lawyers these days, you don't know your poker.
Literally, as I'm about to take a bite. Are you kidding me?
I can't say this much more for your case or career.
What is this, some kind of secret court porker ring?
Justice. You know the terms one pair, two pair, and three of a kind, yes?
Yeah, no problem. 2 cards of the same number makes a pair, and 3 makes a 3 of a kind.
Good. Now picture a hand with one pair and one three of a kind. That is a full house.
That does sound very... Alright, I think the stream... Alright, that does sound very easy to... That doesn't sound very easy to make.
No, that
sounds so easy to
that
make
does
a
sound very easy.
Well, the stream, like, lagged in the middle
You
of
can
that.
see each player's hand in this photo.
Is it blurry for everybody?
No.
I'm good.
Wow! They both have full houses!
You forget, there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat.
The defense may cross examine the witness.
If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand.
On land.
Who has ever heard of a professional con man losing when they cheat?
Well, yeah, I guess you don't know if he's right then, do you?
Can't believe it.
Hold it! How is it clear?
Well, the defendant, he played the 5th ace.
A 5th ace?
I still remember both hands very well. Mr. Smith's hand was 3 aces. And Mr. Wright's 2.
I was cheating was afoot. Perhaps I should say a hand.
Your Honor, perhaps this can be added to the testimony without Mr. Payne's joke.
Come on,
I concur.
Very well. The witness was detailed to test you on the...
Thank you, Mr. Gavin. I didn't think that joke was funny either.
You all suck.
Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces and Mr. Wright's 2. It is 5 aces in all. It is very, how you say, cheat.
Objection!
Oh no.
It appears the witness is mistaken.
Oh,
Mistaken? But my name...
Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony.
I don't get it.
That's the photo of the chips, is it not?
Justice? Perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out your point. But don't sith.
Yes. Please point out the contradiction in this photograph. One particular point contradicts the witness's testimony. Is it the fact that there's only 4 aces? There's no way that could be right.
how do I present?
Hit R.
Oh,
Hit a button.
You don't double click?
I did double
Take
click.
that!
You have to press it. It looks
Miss
like.
Orley,
Push-
in your
push the button.
testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. But yes, you can clearly see the victim's hand only held 2 aces.
Eek!
Maybe the witness was some confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the 3rd ace in question.
There. I didn't scream. You keep staring at me, Cat, so I didn't scream like you wish. Your big green eyes, black pupils, staring at me, sitting very politely. As she wants. Cat,
Nine, you got a stream to do.
I know I do, but Cat.
Objection!
Why is Mom
Take
speaking
another
funny
look
to
at
me?
the evidence.
What?
Why is Mom speaking funny to me?
Oh, God.
That's supposed to be midnight.
Take another look at the evidence.
I'm in a rush.
As you can see, The defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's his 5th ace? I see cheating, all right, and it's going on right here in this courtroom.
Whoa.
That's a lot of flashes.
2 aces in each player's hand. Does make 4 aces total.
Stop biting wire, Minna. Stop biting
What do you mean?
No bite wire. That is forbidden.
You pull wires.
Why was the witness allowed to bring in her cat?
It is my service animal. It helps me feel the joy in life.
You see
fair
a lot
enough.
of things in this court,
It's
Justice.
my oceanal support
Oh.
tiger.
Well, at
You would
least
do
I'm
well
not.
to get used to it.
Well, at least I'm not cross-examining a parrot or anything.
Got him.
Got him. Phoenix in the corner is just like.
Follows it as a joke, not realizing that Phoenix actually did that in his career.
Look, I can just see him just like watching the court from his TV, and he throws his like little cap on the floor. I ain't care.
That's a flex, I ain't gonna lie. I want to be mad about that. That's a flex.
I mean, to a certain extent, it's a flex. I'll say that.
Hardly proof of cheating.
Wait, please. It is true. I have seen it. It's the 5th ace. There was cheating, I swear to you.
That's odd. She must be lying, yet she's the most sincere I've seen her all day.
You're right to trust your instincts.
Mr. Gavin?
Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion.
What might that be, Mr. Gavin?
If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards. What did you do?
Oh, here we go.
What did you do?
I heard that pain.
I think she was assaulted by midnight.
I think I heard a door open too.
9, bite back.
I heard genuine pain.
Are you okay? Are you okay, 9?
9.
Okay, I think I'm okay. So what
9.
happened? What happened was that how my desk is arranged. Let's just say that the only way for Midnight to jump up on my desk, which she loves to do for some reason, to go up on the windowsill and look out the window.
On the computer's power button.
No, not the power button. Thankfully, not the power button. That was the old days. But there's a little space between where I have my hand on the mouse and that space. So every single time she jumps up, I have a chance to be clawed on my hand, and that is what happened. But I mean, granted.
I don't think Midnight mean it.
No, yeah, no, she didn't. And honestly, it didn't draw blood. It's just red. But I think I'm fine. So.
Wait, I have a genuine question.
Shoot.
Okay, so when she jumps, right? Does she always have to retract her claws before she jumps?
I mean, cats should genuinely do that, anyways. But
I mean, I know. I was just ask because that's like a really odd thing to have to do every time.
Well, it's like when she gets up, then she kind of extends her claws to get a grip.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was just wondering, like, she like immediately when she jumps, she just retract her claws.
Anyway,
good. Yeah. Anyways, though, not to get off topic.
So, anyways, someone got stabbed.
That's fine. That's fine. I said the line. I was just
It wasn't. It was indeed.
The heart of cards.
Mr. Payne.
Yes.
The players' hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court.
Very well. The prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards?
if these cards don't prove cheating was going on, nothing will. Now, which of these hands is more suspicious? The victim's, I think?
Why not both?
It was the victim's hand that changed over the course of the witness's testimony. The defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards.
Very well, Mr. Payne, if you would.
Very well.
Received evidence. Victim's hand.
Oh, that's interesting. We just have his whole hand?
Well, time's a wasting. Get to it, Justice.
You didn't
Yes,
need to
sir.
cut it off.
How's the system in this game?
Hey.
Okay, the double click is in here, but not when you have to, like, use the picture, which is weird.
Oh.
I didn't.
It's a lot better to control than what it was in Rise from the Ashes
Oh,
and all that.
okay, that I'll have to check because I kind of went quick.
Okay.
So I'll definitely test it next time.
Only one of the cards has a blue back. I'm much more of a red guy myself. Blue is so not red, you know?
Apollo, we are
What are
not
you
friends
talking-
anymore.
What are you talking about?
Apollo's literally me.
I think that was it, yeah. You just looked at it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just testing
I see
it.
what you're
Yeah,
doing. Yeah, nah.
It feels better. I mean, I can circle it. It does feel smoother.
Okay, good. Because honestly, you were struggling that.
Well, the thing with the badger, definitely, it had to be precise.
The what?
Ban him.
He's dead. Badger's dead.
Oh. Goodbye, Picaro.
Hello.
Christoph, I
When
just
examining
did this.
When examining evidence, be sure to view it from all sides and angles.
Christoph, I just did it.
Try using the arrow keys to turn it every
No,
which way, and
I'm gonna
B
use
and
the
N to
mouse.
zoom in and out. That should give you a better perspective on the case.
Hold on, can you diagonally turn it with the arrows? Like if you hold like down and right?
Yeah.
You weren't able to do that in Rise from the Ashes, right?
I don't believe so.
Oh, let's see. Oh, you are. Is that what you're doing that? Oh, that's really good.
Wait, could you really not do that? Said this. Wait, really?
Quality of life, everyone! Yay! Anyways.
Now I'm
You can
holding
only
all
go
the arrow
one
keys.
direction at a time and rise from the ashes?
I'm holding all the keys.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll only allow two.
It's probably defaulting to what was first inputted, at least, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
9.
Mega.
Well, has the defense found anything of relevance in that bag of candy?
I think I found nothing out.
Perhaps you'd better examine the defendant's cards before leaping to any conclusions and
But
hitting the
I
back button.
did!
Oh my god.
You hit
What
the
just
back
happened?
button.
But I did
Hold on.
before, Christoph.
What just happened?
Maybe you'd rather examine these cards one more time.
I'm gonna slap you with
Well,
cards.
do I examine the other hands of cards? No. You examine the hand again and get it right because I'm not an idiot. I'm fine.
Ooh, what?
There.
Excuse me?
No clues here.
No clues here.
Wow,
Who's here?
what's this? A blue-backed guard. Oh my gosh, who could have guessed?
Your Honor, look at this. One of the victim's cards. The back is different color. It is a different color. I can't speak.
color.
I'm sorry. It is
Slow
different color. Oh my
down,
goodness.
Justice.
I'm sorry. This is an insane revelation, Mr. Gavin.
It's okay. Just keep talking like that, and soon enough you'll be a Russian, you American capitalist.
I can't believe it. She's rubbing off on me, Mr. Gavin. Help me.
But that's impossible. But
Anyways.
I put that card in right side. Ah!
What was that, Miss Orley?
No, niet. What was the word again?
Yet.
Yes. Yep.
Niet.
Yeah.
Or I merely said
Niet.
Where?
niet. Da. I have.
Your Honor,
Mr. Gavin, yes?
tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker?
Use a gun. Oh, to cheat?
What's the second easiest?
To cheat?
I'll tell you.
After these messages.
No, I'll tell you, Your Honor. It goes this little something. It goes. It's quite simple, Your Honor. It's as simple as 1, 2.
What is the
I already
third easiest
suggested
method?
that.
It's the 30s.
What's the third method?
Emotional damage.
What is going on?
Oh, that's great.
One merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say. The dealer.
Oh, I got to say, your Russian's great.
Wait. So you mean this witness, Miss Orley?
She's the cheater. A professional, I'd wager.
Yow!
Professional cheater.
Nice scream, by the way.
Order.
Thank you.
Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her. I mean, of her mistake. Your Honor. Please recall the testimony we just heard.
But it's impossible. Oh, I forgot to turn on the thing. Oh no, my
It's fine,
gosh, I'm a
it's fine.
failure.
Don't make me feel it. No, don't do it. Oh, now I feel like an odd man out.
But I put the cord in my hand. Cat, why are you ruining my
Miss Olga
flashback?
only conspired to cheat, not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shady Smith.
Oh!
Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim.
What?
Wait, you don't mean... What did you do?
Wait, what happened?
What did you do?
Okay, this
Oh,
time, Midnight kind of went on my lap and then decided
Yeah.
to push herself to jump over the armrest onto the ground.
Why is keep using
And
it as
her-
a launch pad?
And Claus-
9.
Tell me, stop using you as a launch pad.
Midnight, you heard them. Stop using.
You're messing with my momentum here.
I'm sorry. Blame Midnight, not me.
The defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga, really? Are you?
Time for justice. There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident. And if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means I am. The defense accuses the witness, Miss Olga Orley, of murder.
Dude, that's a really...
My God, I voiced that perfectly.
You know what?
9. Do you remember
I'm the killer. Wait, what?
Dude, it's a callback to You're Guilty. He isn't guilty. That means
Apollo,
I
you're
am.
guilty.
I didn't even put behind
No,
bars.
he's not guilty. I am.
You're right. Think of it this way, Justice. You're guilty.
That's not true. I'm guilty. Man.
Evil. Lobster.
You're guilty. He's guilty. I'm guilty. Any more guilty people I should know about?
Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga?
It appears she has lost consciousness, Your Honor.
Mr. Justice,
Your Honor.
it seems you presented a new possibility to the court. One suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith.
And that means?
This court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time.
What?
I did it! I held out!
I see no point in prolonging this trial. This day, today, the day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries.
Oh, it's a new
Whoa.
objection.
Whoa, okay.
Oh.
I wasn't ready.
They actually changed it. That's kind of crazy to me. I didn't think they'd actually do that.
I wasn't ready.
Wait, that has to be a bug because Apollo's is the DS one.
That's probably not a bug. They probably would just decided. I don't know. That's a weird change that they would do
I
there.
forgot he objected randomly. I'm sorry.
randomly.
Okay.
I can't believe.
I also didn't hear it. That's what was it sounding like?
It was it was the
Dual Destinies.
DDSOJ voice actor.
Oh.
This is definitely another Infinite Wealth situation.
Objection.
For those not in the know, when Like a Dragon and Wealth first came out, the Japanese dub still had English voice lines for the Japanese characters creeping in at times.
You know, they also could have done that, and they probably could have. Nah, that'd be kind of insane. Never mind.
Yeah, if Apollo's
my idea was, well, they're just replacing DD and SOJ's Apollo with AJ's, but that would be kind of insane.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea why they would do that. This has to be a bug.
I don't think so.
It's a feature.
You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet.
What nonsense is Defender Spirit now?
Think. One of the cards had a different colored back. Don't you wonder what it means?
What are you doing, Mr. White? Raise objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous!
Mr. Payne, you of all people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's get the facts about the game that fateful night.
As was said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That was said before.
So anyway.
Damn, that's crazy.
Very.
The two decks at the club have different colored backs.
I got it.
Blue and red.
The 2 decks at the club.
I
have
just
different
read it!
No, it's mine. Colored backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck.
Can't believe it.
Trick is not here. Get out.
Why use different colored backs?
If we used the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed.
You used different colors and they still got mixed up.
We
You
used,
know, Apollo's supposed to be hearing this.
we
Change his
used
voice.
the red deck for the last game.
Why does he sound different?
I see, but that's odd. He's also British for some reason. Also, for
Sorry
some
about
reason,
that.
I have this impression they're using the blue cards.
Yeah, me too. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards.
Well, whatever. In the end, 1 card wrong color got into the mix.
Oh
What did you
Oh
do?
my god.
God. Oh my god. This is every 5 seconds now.
Midnight chill.
no! Actually, that wasn't
I
midnight.
think you should probably escort her out of the room.
No, that wasn't midnight. I clicked a button and then everything went to the forefront, and I was like, "Why is OBS in front and not my game? Please don't let me press stop streaming."
I can't believe. Good job, good job.
Hey, it wouldn't be a solely a stream without these problems.
I'm so proud of you, bestie. Good job, man.
We all know this.
You can't hear it, chat, but I'm clapping right now.
Nah, I can hear it.
Great. Even better.
I'm sorry I had a British moment. Yes, the card slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating.
Wait, hold on here. Why does he sound different all of a sudden, Mr. Gavin? Is that just me?
Yes, Mr. Gavin, why do I sound different?
You don't have to get used to it.
Kid, you... What does that mean?
It means
that mean?
expect the unexpected, Mr. Justice.
Oh no.
This card raises 2 serious questions.
No kidding.
Apollo,
Yes?
let's consider the first question, shall we? Think. In the last game, when was the card swapped?
When?
There are 3 broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder.
Well, yeah. Thanks for the new button, Mr. Wright. Of course it was...
Oh? It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne. Or it might not be.
Mr. Troll, bro.
I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped?
When was the card swapped into the deck? I don't remember. After the murder. Perhaps it happened after the murder?
What? What's that? Ridiculous! What's the point of cheating after the hand has been shown? That's silly.
Objection! Yes, but tell me. How do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible.
Objection! Take from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world, but very little impossible.
Oh, even when the backs of the cards are completely different color. If you pull that during the game, you'd be caught in no time.
Quite true. That would mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder.
Okay, this is going past silly and strong and crazy. I asked again, what's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do that?
Who indeed? That's one of the mysteries before us.
There's another?
Yes, a simple yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card?
Who?
The game and murder is done. The victim is dead. Only 2 remain in the room. Alive, that is. The defendant Phoenix Wright and our witness Olga Orley.
Okay. So who was it that swapped the red card for a blue card? Someone else, I think. The one who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Wright, of course. And, well, it doesn't seem like it could have been Olga Orley either.
What are you suggesting?
That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As a defense, I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss Orley at this point.
Yes, I know. Yeah, well, that's weird. But she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong color card.
And if the card was swapped during the game, it'd be obvious.
He's just a troll, bro.
Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright?
Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking about how much fun all of this is.
Fun? How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. The one who swapped the card wasn't the defendant, and it wasn't Miss O'Reilly. Then who was it?
Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it?
Precisely.
Huh?
I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction.
A new direction?
We'll find that, indeed, after the murder. Someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand.
And he's just playing the game for us right now.
Exactly.
And that someone made 2 critical mistakes.
I'm sure you're going to tell us that the first... I'm sure you're going to tell us that the first was swapping the wrong color card.
Nine, quit petting the cat!
No! I can't.
Oh, and you're so unprofessional.
No, I'm not.
Because the one who did the swap didn't know 2 colors of cards were being used. The other mistake was the number on the card.
Right. The person replaced the 5th ace with a king.
I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a 5th ace after all. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked up a king from the table and swapped it in.
Objection! But there's one problem. According to our case record, this person doesn't exist.
True, not until now. But you have to admit the possibility of a 4th person. Though it's more than a possibility at this point. There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime.
What?
Yes, indubitably, old boy.
I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials ridiculous, Mr. Wright.
This trial has proceeded on one central presumption. Namely, that at the time of the incident, there were only 3 people in the courtroom.
I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption.
The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court.
I suppose that is a problem, yes.
What did you do? 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 Court is adjourned for a brief recess as we find out what did she do. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess.
Certainly, Your Honor.
Very well, the trial will resume in 20 minutes. No more, no less.
April 20th, 11:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3.
See.
That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. To suddenly claim there was another person at the scene of the crime like that. I must ask, is it the truth?
Well now, I'd think you would know the answer to that.
Being mysterious, are we? Sadly, I've no time for mysteries. I'd only ask that you leave the defending to your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome.
I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Christoph.
Justice?
Yes, sir?
The judge has summoned me to his chamber, so carry on without me.
Bye.
You did well, Apollo.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
That locket you wear. Is that really yours, Mr. Wright?
You're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket. Here, you can take a look at it. That's a picture of my daughter in there.
Click.
Ah, Trucy.
Red.
I'm just surprised to hear that you had a daughter. I mean, crazy, right? I mean, I've been following your career. You don't seem like a guy who could actually ever have a daughter. That's something else.
Well, most people are surprised, Apollo. Perhaps you'll meet her one of these days.
One more question. The one who cheated that night, was it you?
What do you think?
Huh?
What do you think? You know what happened 7 years ago. What I did. It's not unreasonable for you to think that I might cheat.
I never, honest. But it is odd that he managed to go undefeated for 7 whole years.
Want to know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker.
He's not lying. Eh?
You see, poker is all about reading your opponent, Apollo. In that way, it's a lot like a court case.
Poker is like trial law?
Figure out what your opponent is thinking, and you win.
Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds.
I think not.
Huh?
Try as they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. Their body language can become a valuable source of information.
You're kidding!
That witness, for instance, Miss Orley. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice?
He teach him, Chad.
No. Come on, who'd notice that?
Words, habits, twitches. It's all information for the reading. That's the secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me, and now I pass the secret on to you.
But I'm not worthy. I mean, there's no way I'll pick up on these signals.
No, you can do it.
Huh?
Apollo, I'm going to tell you something that someone once told me. You're nearly full-blooded.
Yep.
You just don't know it yet.
Oh my God. Here we go.
No.
Here we go. You had to come. It had to happen eventually.
I don't know what that means.
Take it as you will, Apollo.
Okay. What a weird guy. What's he talking about?
What is bro on about?
What's bro on about?
But you will. Soon.
I hate that it goes so well in this conversation.
No, I almost forgot. One more thing about this case. You should know, I haven't told the truth to anyone yet.
What? I knew it!
I have my reasons, of course. All shall be revealed.
Bless you.
Bless you,
Bless you,
boys.
And Apollo, I need you to be there, defending me. I need your power.
My, power? I had no idea when Court of Steel were that special.
It's time, Apollo. The real trial begins now. Do your best.
And make them know that you are indeed. You are the virtual matter of steel.
Phoenix going, you're nearly full blood, then saying, I need your power.
By the way, personal opinion, this is the best jingle. I love this jingle.
So do we?
Man, you get a lot of day. No, let's do this tonight. Let's do this whole one tonight.
Nigga's tired. Let him sleep.
How long is this case again?
I think we got like another hour maybe?
Too long.
How about in light of recent events, as in 9 not taking the troubleshooting opportunity and doing all of the stuff she needed to do before stream?
Yeah, all 50 years of that.
I'm sorry,
I will not be
Wedgie.
robbed of a full case.
Wedgie, it's gonna be a little bit because we have a whole reveal we have to go through, then whole testimonies. And do you really want everyone to be tired for that?
Yeah. Also, I came in here
It's
just
honestly just 3 testimonies.
Oh,
you have to walk through pull that already.
Yeah, I'm not gonna figure. Like, we already know. It's really just the bits we care about.
Exactly, man. The bits take us a little bit.
It's solely that's a skill issue.
You're right.
All right, you know what? I'm good to go. But there's one person here who has to go to work and who has been destroying his schedule for us.
He's only been the judge, so.
All I'm saying is, I kind of want him here. He's our homie. He's our buddy.
Hold on, Mega. Didn't you say you don't work weekends anymore?
Not Saturdays.
There you go.
There you go.
He said he destroyed his sleep schedule just for us.
Mm-hmm.
He did it all for us.
Let's take advantage of that then.
Look,
Kill him.
Megan,
I'm kidding.
I
Alright,
came in here
sounds
just
cruel.
I came in just to avoid Winston Payne of all people. I think if we can last like at least another few weeks.
Let me just ask the $1 million question.
Yes.
How do you feel, Mega? Are you doing okay?
There you go.
Pasta.
Also, would you be fine with us continuing without you? That's the key question here.
Huh?
Would you be fine if we continue without you?
I don't go without him. I won't go without him.
No.
He's my homie. He's your homie. He is everybody's homie. Do not go without the homie.
Oh, you were fine with continuing without Godot for a few weeks at one time.
Oh yeah, that was
But
totally
God help us, you
fine.
can't take about a 30-minute hour without Mega. I see exactly how this is. You just want to rob me.
Actually, it's a much simpler explanation, Wudgy. I like Mega. Well, I don't really like you that much.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. Just for that, we're continuing.
Damn.
Just for that.
Damn. I gotta respect the honesty.
Well, I'll tell you what, you.
I gotta say, it's like you just want to rob me, don't you, Dan? Actually, it's much simpler than that. I just don't like you.
I don't like you.
Oh no, I guess he's really like you.
April 20th, 12:14 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Before I lose friends.
Thanks.
I'm kidding, by the way, Wudgy. I love you.
Court will now reconvene.
Hey!
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 I just wanted to make the reference to the typo.
Oh, that's right. They fixed it. They fixed this one, didn't it? Thank God they actually fixed it.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
In the original, it wasn't spelled right. It was cout. They forgot the R.
Count will now reconvene.
Count will be reconvened. Has our witness, Miss Olga, orally recovered?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, she's regained consciousness.
Perhaps we can hear her version of the events again.
That's the thing. You see, she's quite fatigued.
You're looking a big fatigued versus yourself, Mr. Payne.
Sadly, fatigue is insufficient grounds for refusing to testify or prosecute. The defense would like to request that Miss Orley take the stand.
Very well, the witness will take the stand.
Perhaps you could repeat your name and profession. Or perhaps you'd rather admit that you're a poor liar and a poor loser.
Oh.
Not.
Oh, I forgot.
Name's Olga O'Reilly. That's the truth. I'm a pro dealer.
No, it's her.
People call me Olga Quick Fingers O'Reilly.
I guess we're going with that joke.
Oh, really?
Want to know something else? I'm not really Russian, and my last name sounds like oh really. There, that's the truth. I hope you're satisfied.
She's racist.
Witness, you will tell the court what you were really up to that night.
Fine, I'll talk. We had a plan, see? Midnight, why are you complaining about the fact
Why are you still in that voice?
Why are you still talking to your cat?
Midnight, why are you doing this?
Hey, did y'all forget
Midnight.
that Olga's cat is with her? She's just doing a bit.
Let me remind you that you're currently under oath. Please quit talking to your cat.
Let me remind you, the court does not permit animals.
Serious consequences.
This court does not permit animals in this.
No animals.
Minus the cat thing, fine. Like I said, I'm a pro. That guy Smith hired me to do what I do best. I was planted at the Borscht Bowl Club several days prior to the night of the game. As a waitress.
So you were in cahoots with the victim?
Not that he needed my help. Smith is a well-known poker player in some circles. But winning wasn't the main purpose of this game. It was about destroying a legend, the unbeatable Phoenix Rat. The plan was simple. Elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Rat's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Rat. He would then pull the planted card and the trap would shut. Don't you dare jump up again.
Escort her out of the room already.
Nah, get rid of the cat.
He would then pull out the planted card and the trap would snap shut. Fine. No, I can't. I don't have the heart.
You swap the cards!
Exposed as a cheater and losing on top of it, it would have made a great double payday. And just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces.
Double play.
Indeed.
Ah.
Double payday. Getting caught red-handed and cheating would cast doubt on all his prior wins.
A 7-year legend destroyed by one little card. That was the plan.
Oh, really, O'Reilly? Drone. But it appears you made quite a mistake.
A mistake?
I agree, the trap was elegant. Yet, what happened to that planted card?
Hey, that's right.
He's lucky. I'll give him that. It'd have to be a... What can I read?
You'd have to be to slip free from a trap.
You'd have to be... What? You'd have to be to slip free from a trap laid by Olga Quick Fingers O'Reilly. There we go.
What?
I can read.
Oh, really? You can read?
Shut up, Midnight. I can indeed read, and you know that.
I am not your cat.
I don't know if you heard the meow.
We didn't. Well, I didn't.
We did.
I did not.
I didn't. All I heard was you telling me to shut up.
No, there was a Midnight meowed at me, so that's why I said that.
Oh, really?
Kidding me.
The witness would be much cuter if she dispensed with the evil mastermind shtick and the cat shtick.
Cute? Who wants to be cute? How dare you speak to my cat that way? I'm not cute. I'm bad. You hear me? Bad!
We went through being bad. Perhaps you could testify to the court. Tell us about this trap and how it was spun.
I love my cat just sitting and looking up at me, judging me. The best laid traps. That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to. And Wright lost the last hand, just like he was supposed to. Don't jump. Well, actually... And Wright lost the last hand, just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. The planted card was gone. The trap failed. The next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it. It wasn't me who hit Smith. It was a no-good cheating defendant.
Wait, but you just... Okay.
A surprisingly frank testimony that still leaves us mostly in the dark.
The trap was perfect, I tell you. Perfect! If that rotten cheater hadn't messed it up.
Look who's talking!
Well, the testimony, for what it's worth, is all yours, Mr. Justice.
With witnesses like her, who needs criminals? And with defendants like Mr. Wright, who needs prosecutors?
Seal. 1, 2, 3,
3, 4. Press.
Hold it! The card disappeared?
Yeah, my trump card.
I think you accidentally went to the next statement. Like the split second before the hold it went up, a different line of dialogue appeared.
Better not have. Yeah, my trump card, the 5 of hearts. Gone. Dead trace. Poof. Zipper. We searched every nook and cranny, even inside his cute little head.
But the card was nowhere to be found. Is this correct?
Never in my long storied career. Never has Quick Fingers O'Reilly been so readily duped.
What was that sound? Oh, really? So what did happen to that 5 of hearts?
Don't look at me. Why don't you ask that cheating, lying, two-faced defendant?
So the 5 of hearts is still missing in action.
I guess you're right.
Hey.
1, 2.
Back to. I think. Or did you already go back? Okay. Yeah.
Wait, isn't that a little odd?
What's odd?
You searched Mr. Wright thoroughly and found nothing? Which means he didn't cheat. Which means he had no reason to strike the victim.
Well...
It's happening.
What was that just now? I sensed something.
Something wrong, Mr. Justice?
No, nothing, Your Honor. What to do? Should I press her a little harder? Duh.
Yes. Try the woman.
Miss O'Reilly, you're hiding something.
O'Reilly.
What are you talking about? You... Me? Quick fingers O'Reilly? Hiding some?
Objection! The defense will refrain from baseless accusations.
I have one question for the witness then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true?
Of course it is. I did see it, honest. I saw it when Wright hit him.
You didn't.
With my own eyes, I saw it.
What's this weird vibe I'm getting?
That witness, for instance, Miss O'Reilly. Oh, wait, this is a flashback, technically.
Yes.
She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice?
Beer.
Touching her neck, was it? Whoa! What's going on? This sensation. It's coming into focus. There! That twitch! It's so clear! It's like I could perceive her habit like I couldn't before. Gotcha! Gotcha! Miss O'Reilly, perhaps you were unaware of this yourself.
Unaware of what?
Whenever you get to a certain part of your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand.
My neck? So what?
What indeed, Justice? I hadn't noticed anything of the sort.
When she says that part of the testimony, she's subconsciously recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory, and she touches her neck. I'm sure of it.
Memory? Will someone care to explain what he's babbling about?
This is highly unusual, but let's ask the defense. You got the witnesses remembering something. Maybe you have evidence of this memory to show us.
Her habit is scratching her neck whenever she talks about the moment of the crime. So, what would remind her of the moment of the most of the moment of the crime? Miss O'Reilly, whenever you recall the crime that night, you scratch your neck. I've noticed it happens when you think about the moment of the crime. There must be some reason behind this habit of yours. I believe the weapon that left an inerasable impression on your neck is this. Take that!
Wrong one.
Whenever she talks about the moment of the crime, she touches her neck. And what reminds us more of the moment than this bottle, the murder weapon. But something doesn't fit. If you were only the witness to this crime, why would that make you touch your neck like you're in pain?
Picaro.
What is he talking about now?
It was Mr. Smith, the victim, who was hit, not you!
This is cross-examination, not a cross-wire conjecture. The witness habits. They're completely irrelevant.
Justice? I'll admit, I'm a bit confused myself. This is suddenly a unique cross-examination.
I'll explain later. Just trust me. Now's our only chance to break her. Miss O'Reilly, please testify in detail about the moment of the crime. The very moment.
Yet, I am knowing nothing.
We know you're not Russian.
No.
The witness will testify,
Yeah.
please, now.
No, to tell the truth. I am indeed a Russian. Okay, I'm kidding. Ah, fine. He's the one who did.
I like this one.
I didn't let him out of my sight until the cops got there.
It's a little
That is not what I
different
meant to press.
personality.
I believe you have her right where you want her, Justice. The circumstances have changed, yet her testimony
There's got to be a contradiction in there.
has not. That means... Quite.
Objection!
Uh-huh.
Miss O'Reilly, we have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. It states that the police were alerted by a report from the defendant. And we know that the defendant left the room, climbed the stairs, and made that phone call from the first floor of the Bull Club. So, explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely.
Good scream.
The man who picked up a bottle and swung it that night wasn't the defendant.
Uh-huh. Pull up echoes.
Uh-huh.
Showdown time.
You dirty cheats! Check his pockets now!
It's gone. The card's gone. You lose. I didn't have my cave on. I had the background
Nope.
effects. Whoopsies, wrong
Nope.
thing. I ruined
Whoopsie
everything.
daisies. Oh, whoopsies.
Welcome to my world.
Just then,
You have one of those?
Smith grabbed the bottle from next to right, and he hit me.
Oh.
You! Some master cheating you turned out to be!
When I came to, the victim was already dead.
No, that was Judge.
The victim was already dead, is that it?
That's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If it came out that I was in league with Smith, I'd be a suspect for sure.
No kidding.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Well, where does this leave us?
Madness. Oh, this is madness. I'm dreaming.
Madness.
This
Oh my
is
god.
a courtroom.
It must have been who it must have been me who have been hit with the bottle. Imagine all of this.
It appears our prosecution is on his wit's end. And filthy frankly, I can't blame him. Mr. Gavin, what do you think about this turn of events?
My back hurts.
Why's your back hurt?
Mr. Gavin? Sir?
I believe that, as a defense in this case, we are compelled to call Miss O'Reilly a big fat liar.
A big fat.
What?
Big fat phone.
3 were in that room the night of the murder. The defendant, victim, and her. And she has a motive.
A motive?
Her plot foiled, the witness got into an argument with her client, Mrs. Smith. And the denouement of that argument was murder.
What? I didn't. I'm no killer. It's a trap. Someone's trying to frame me.
Here we go again.
What tangled webs we weave when we practice to deceive. So tangled, we catch ourselves in the process.
Mr. Wright.
Such a hasty conclusion. It's not like you, Christoph Gavin.
What are you saying?
Why not consider the other possibility? that there was another person in the room at the time of the murder.
Right. Like Mr. Wright was saying before recess.
A single card was swapped into the victim's hand after the murder. And the one who swapped the card didn't know 2 colors of cards were being used. A 4th person.
This theory again. Your 4th person doesn't exist.
Indeed. And that's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here, where there's no escape and no chance for deception. The perfect place to catch the real criminal.
The real criminal!
And we're in luck. A clue to the real criminal's identity was kindly provided for us. And right at the beginning of the trial, no less.
What?
Apollo, perhaps you know what I'm talking about.
Sorry.
Remember what I said. The 4th person who swapped the cards made one critical error.
I thought you were gonna be like, remember what I said?
You're nearly full-blooded.
Yeah.
He or she wasn't considering the color on the back of the cards.
Right. But how could such an obvious mistake occur? The cards used for the last game were red. Yet, there is one person here in our court who thought those cards were blue.
Yeah. I had that impression too. But why?
Well, Apollo, think you can figure out who it was?
It's not me, I swear.
Who is this 4th person?
Why do I always get put on the spot like this?
Let's hear what the defense has to say. Who was it, Apollo? Who thought the cards were being used in the final game were blue?
Take that!
As I expected. Your blood really is pure, Apollo.
Your blood is sharp.
I was right?
Christoph Gavin, you were the 4th person that night.
But of course Mr. Gavin knows the color of the cards.
How would he? As you can see, the photo of the crime scene is black and white. You can't tell which of the cards are blue, the ones on the floor or the table.
But look! You can see the colors in this photo!
Does it tell you anything?
Yes, but when he said the cards were blue, it was well before this evidence came to light.
Yep.
It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. Yet it was only that, a game, in the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor.
A competition?
Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in a blue flame, know its final outcome.
Well, Christoph?
Mr. Gavin?
Mr. Gavin! Is something about her?
I can just see like...
No, nothing. Excuse me. It was just so sudden.
I could just...
Right. You aren't seriously accusing me, are you?
Oh, Christoph?
I can see you like Apollo just look at him like very slowly as he seems like realizing.
Like Naruhodo.
Yeah, exactly. Just look at him with the most fearful face.
You know, even I'd never take a joke this far.
Tsuki.
The irony that comes.
This is gone beyond ridiculous, beyond dumb. This is insanity. The defendant is accusing his own defense to turn to a murder?
I assure you, I'm quite sane. After all, my head's recently been cleared up.
Possible connection could Mr. Gavin have to him, the victim?
I wasn't aware that I had a connection to Mr. Smith either.
Yes, but Mr. Gavin and Victor had never met.
Well, what if they have?
Huh? Excuse me?
Huh?
There is a possibility, after all. They may have met that night before the game started.
What are you suggesting?
Is this the truth Mr. Wright was staying silent about? Well, only one thing to do. Mr. Wright, the defense would like to request that you testify to the court.
Objection!
Oh.
The defense would like to request no such thing.
Mr. Gavin?
Testimonies must relate to the case. How could anything happening before that game of poker be related?
I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Gavin.
As I explained before, the defense believes that Miss O'Reilly.
Am I to assume you speak for Mr. Justice in this? He is the defense, not you. Mr. Justice, the matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is up to you.
Oh, okay.
Well. Does the court, in your opinion, need to hear Mr. Wright's testimony?
Let's hear the testimony.
Nah.
This is Mr. Wright's strategy. He was planning this all along, and I intend to see it through. The defense would like to request that Mr. Wright testify to the court.
It too, Justice. You would betray me, your teacher.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gavin. This isn't about loyalty. This is about the truth.
Spoken like a true lawyer.
Justice.
Justice. Just in case. Very well. The defendant, Mr. Wright, will take the stand, please. Again.
Appetite before murder.
That evening, Christoph and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes after Christoph left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the witness. The girl was knocked out cold, and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin.
Mr. Gavin! You were at the Borscht Bowl Club the night of the murder?
I dine with him rather frequently.
And
Carol.
he talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder?
Quite against my will, I had become involved in a murder. I thought I might be in need of a lawyer, so I called him.
You were planning this all along, weren't you, Wright? Just because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial.
The only thing I want, Mr. Gavin, is the truth.
Oh, I felt that venom.
As I did back then, and now.
I thought my office was doing you a favor when we took on your defense.
Oh, you did do me a favor.
It appears that I was wrong.
Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Do it.
Justice.
Sir!
He's lying. And you're going to expose him.
Understood, sir. Mr. Gavin versus Mr. Wright. This can't end well. Why can't I have a normal trial?
No.
Phoenix looks at him first time.
First time?
Yes, yes.
Oh, I had my first time too, don't worry.
What?
Wasn't as long as this one, but it was pretty weird.
Anyway.
Hold it! About this failed trap. This is the same trap that Miss Olga O'Reilly mentioned.
I got the cave again, and I got the right one this time. Plan was simple, elegant, really. See, we set up a trap of food. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket for him, and deal 5 aces during one of their games. When the hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. Would then pull out the planted card, and the trap would snap shut.
You swap the cards!
I thought that was it. What?
No.
Just like that, the ledger would be dashed to pieces.
Why don't you have a keybind for that?
I don't know what to do. I should make with the voice changer.
Yes, a harmless prank in essence. It was by a quirk of fate that I happened to discover it.
A quirk?
I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card.
The card she planted!
Yes, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game.
Disposed? Where?
There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle.
An empty bottle of grape juice?
The murder weapon!
Uh-oh.
The plot thickens.
Yes, I rolled it up and shoved it in. The colored glass makes it hard to see.
A battle of wits between the deceiver and the would-be deceived.
Yeah,
So
This is-
yeah,
oh, sorry.
that sounds like terrific drama.
A card inside the murder weapon. That's strange. Did the police miss it in their investigation? Maybe I'll take a look. Let's open up the court record and see. Right now, in fact.
Wee.
Oh wait, it doesn't exist.
Look at the bottom. Yeah, there you go. The bottle is completely empty.
Sweet.
We gotta wait for the mask to appear in the bottle.
Yeah, suddenly appears.
Oh, there it is. I didn't look at hard enough. There it is.
Oh. Nine, what are you doing?
Just move on from just move on from the dialogue.
Nine, what are you doing? Nine, what are you doing?
Mr. Wright, the Pocket of Corner number 3 approves of this battle of wits.
I love that line so much.
It's so goofy. I love it.
Please revise your testimony with this new information.
I think that's the contradiction, actually. Yeah.
I discovered the trap during the game and disposed of the card in the bottle.
Just press E.
Where's the bottle?
Grape juice. How long has it been since I drank grape juice? Apparently, it's Mr. Wright's favorite drink. Wonder how well it goes with borscht.
Do you see that AI upscaled text?
No, it was always like that.
Oh. 9. What are you doing?
Actually, that's Rush. Yeah, that's Russian.
Yeah, it's
That's
oh
so,
man, wow, Russian from a Russian place, drinking Russian products.
Hey, quit
What a
rushing me.
surprise. All right.
Oh, okay. I
Nine, what are you doing?
misread it.
Nine,
I
what are you doing?
misread it.
Nine, what are you doing?
Objection!
Nine, what are you doing?
Mr. Wright, if I may,
Yes?
I've examined the bottle, and I don't see any card in here.
No?
What, Mr. Wright? Surely, isn't all you have to say for yourself?
I can't say that I know what happened to the card. I did put it in that bottle, however.
Huh?
Perhaps a fifth person came and took it out. Oh, and a sixth person could have helped.
The snarkiness.
Man, the passive aggressiveness is insane here.
It is.
Mr. Gavin, Mr. Wright is your client.
My apologies, Your Honor.
I will have you disparaging the investigation either. Look inside that. Look inside that bottle. There was nothing.
So what's going on? Is Mr. Wright hoodwinking us again? Or did the card just disappear?
Hoodwinking. In any case, please continue the cross-examination. I'm afraid decisive contradictions call for decisive evidence.
Oh.
Push him harder, Justice. Break him. It's just you and the witness in the ring. Go for the KO.
Ugh. Why do I get the feeling we're not on our client's side anymore?
This is like Phoenix like outsmarting Gavin's outsmarting. This was just like.
Objection! Mr. Wright, if I may,
Yes?
take a look at this photograph of the crime scene. See the victim here? He's wearing a hat. I wouldn't think you could see blood on his forehead.
Good point.
Good point.
Justice. Next time you point out an inconsistency, put a little more oomph into it.
Mr. Wright, can you explain this to the court?
I forgot to mention something. I was the one who put that hat on his head.
What is he doing?
You put the hat on the dead man's head?
What is he doing?
Well, he wore it through our entire poker game. After calling the police, when I returned to the scene, his head was in full view. Shining bright, just like in this photograph.
And?
I picked his hat up off the floor, and I put it on his head.
Why would you do it like that?
All I can say is, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
But that's the only thing I touched at the crime scene.
I made a severe and continuous.
So Riley didn't
lapse in
see it?
judgment.
It being the victim's, his head.
I think not. And she was out cold. I believe I was the only one who witnessed his head.
Ah, here we go again.
Mr. Gavin?
Pardon? It just seems that our client is determined to lie his way through this case.
Hey, he's still our client, isn't he?
I believe that's enough of that.
Mr. Gavin?
This witness's testimony is more like a travesty. It's riddled with lies. I'm beginning to see how you came to lose your attorney's badge 7 years ago.
Well, you certainly have a unique way of treating your clients, Christoph. I never knew.
I believe it was you who threw the first stone.
Mr. Wright, if you intend to ever tell the truth, if you intend to ever tell the truth about this case, it's now or never.
Don't be misled, Apollo. I haven't told a single lie here.
Uh-huh.
When I noticed the trap, I put the card in the bottle to dispose of it. And when I put the hat on the victim's head, let's just say I had a reason for doing that as well.
Oh my god.
Reason?
That reason is right here.
Your cell phone?
that night. Recall that I spoke with defense attorney Gavin after calling the police. Just in case, I recorded our conversation.
What's this?
Now that we're all here, I see no reason why I shouldn't play it back for the court. Christoph, I seem to be in. Hang on. Should I,
Yeah.
No.
Put on telephone.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
Christoph should be in telephone because he's green, but the white text is.
Yeah, but Phoenix
This
is
is a-
playing. He's
this
playing
is a
back
recording,
the call, yeah, through his
Never
phone.
mind.
So
Go for it.
So yeah, backlog.
No. Yeah.
Christoph, I seem to be in a bit of trouble.
What's this? Game not going well?
Something like that.
That gentleman who challenged you, he turned out to be good.
He turned out to be dead. Someone hit him. Hard.
You mean someone cracked that flawless bone china plate? It wasn't you, was it?
Me? Please. The cops should be here any moment. I'm in your hands, should it come to that.
bone china plate.
It's a kind of porcelain, very smooth and shiny, and not plate but pate. I believe he was referring to a certain gentleman's balding forehead.
The court appreciates the defendant's discretion in not indicating my forehead.
Wait a second. Something's not right about that phone call. So, after Mr. Gavin ate dinner with you, he left the Borscht Bowl Club.
Most certainly.
Then how did he know? When did he see this bone china pate?
Oh, that's right.
Yes, that was when I began to see my good friend in a different light. Troubled, I returned to the crime scene, and when I spotted Mr. Smith's head again, I realized exactly what was wrong. Well, Mr. Gavin, the stage has been set. Perhaps you would like to explain this to the court. Exactly how did you come by your privileged knowledge of the victim's head?
So, this is your reason. The reason why you put the victim's hat back on.
Your point, Mr. Gavin?
It's come down to this, hasn't it? Has it? Phoenix Wright.
What's going on here?
Order! I will have order! Mr. Bain! Mr. Bain!
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe this court has been left with no other choice. Are you prepared to hear defense attorney Gavin's testimony?
Yeah, no, I mean, well, as the prosecutor,
Very well, we'll break for 10 minutes. After which, Mr. Gavin will take the stand for a cross-examination. Are we all clear on that?
Crystal clear, Your Honor.
Very well. This will be the final recess for the day.
April 20th, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3.
Mr. Gavin and Mr. Wright are both in the judge's chamber. Who'd have thought today would turn out like this?
May I?
Trucy.
Oh, Trucy.
Huh? What?
Huh?
Hello, sir. Please, pick a card.
What's all this about? Is this one okay?
Excellent. I have a message for you. The last hand is about to be played. You'll need a trump card to make it.
A trump card?
The card you have chosen is magical. Use it wisely, and the game is yours. That's all.
An ace. Where do I remember that card from?
Oh, I got to get the key. Oh gosh, the setup. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces, and Mr. Wright's 2. It is 5 aces in all.
is true. I have seen it. The thief! There was cheating. I swear to you.
The missing fifth ace. Wait, this blotch of red. Is this blood?
This is my blood?
You have your trump card. Now it's up to you to cut the deck and draw the truth. My father's fate is in your hands. I know you can do it.
This bloodstained card is my trump card for finding the truth? I fell deep into thought as my mind raced to understand what this all meant. That girl. I'd seen her recently, but where?
Oh my god.
That's when I made the connection.
My daughter's a freak.
Bloody
Oh
ace
my
added to the
God.
court record. April 20th, 2:45 p.m. District Court, room number 2.
Apollo's got terrible posture.
Court will now reconvene. Court will now reconvene. Defense Attorney Christopher Gavin, will you please take this stand? Can you quit meowing back there? Now then, if you would, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor. Well, Mr. The witness state his name and occupation.
Is this farce necessary, Your Honor?
Believe me, far stranger things have gone on in this courtroom.
Fine, I'll play along.
First, there's one thing we need to have made clear. How did you know about the secret beneath the victim's hat?
By secret, I'm guessing he means the fact that Mr. Smith was bald.
Forgive my curiosity, but what is it about this fellow's head? Your Honor seems to have an inordinate interest in it.
Objection!
Okay, before we continue here, I heard that the sound effects that was specifically made for AJ. It was using the trilogy like objection sound effect, not the new one. That this isn't a bug.
Huh.
Yep.
I wouldn't
Then
call it.
what about Apollo then?
Technically, I'm older, and Apollo's still young, so you know. I don't know. Hey, that's a reason.
I don't know, man.
Dual Destinies isn't that long after Apollo Justice.
It's a
Oh,
year.
it was a while. It was
Oh.
a while.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it inordinate, Mr. Gavin.
Mr. Wright!
What do you think you're doing, Wright?
Wow, the things sure look different from the other side. You know what I mean, Apollo? Speaking of looking from the other side, let's consider something for a second. The victim wore that hat all night, never once taking it off, except for that one time.
That one time being the instant he was hit.
Oh!
When Mr. Wright returned from reporting the crime, the hat was lying on the floor. Mr. Wright picked it up and placed it on the victim's head. In other words, in order to have seen Mr. Smith's bald head, you would have had to have been in the hideout at the time of the crime.
In other words, I must be the real killer, is what you're trying to say?
Not bad, Apollo.
Mr. Gavin?
I'm afraid that I haven't been entirely honest with the court.
What?
Oh, I assure you, I had the noblest of intentions. I did it all to protect my client, Mr. Wright. Yet I'm afraid in the current situation I see little reason to hide anything. Very well. Allow me to tell you the truth of what happened that night.
Finally! You may begin your testimony. Tell us, how were you involved in the events of that fateful night?
I don't know. I just like that finally from the judge being like, oh, finally, he's actually going to just testify.
Finally, oh my god.
That fateful night.
The rage I sensed in that man that night troubled me, so I returned to the club. I went down to the basement and peeked in through the little window to the hideout. It must have been right after the murder took place. The victim was dead as he appears in the photo. A bald head, an unconscious girl, and Wright, holding a bottle in his hand. I sensed that was not the best time for... I sensed that was not the best place for me to be at the time, and I so left.
Perceive.
That's when the call came from Wright.
The stutters and testimonies now in this game. Perceive.
Perceive.
So, you winced the
For better or worse, I missed the actual moment of the deed.
Mr. Gavin, may I remind you that you are Mr. Wright's defense team? Your testimony is clearly disadvantageous to your client.
Well, you see, it's either him or me, so...
I said it. I'm standing on the witness stand after all.
So you are, Mr. Gavin.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to testify as you just did. You had to tell them you saw the scene of the crime through that little window.
Mr. Wright?
You had to say that. Because that was the only probable window of opportunity.
Probable.
Right, Apollo? Probable is
oh.
also a pronunciation. Shut up.
It isn't.
Yes, it is.
It very much isn't, right? Come on.
I said the line.
Guys, I'm British. Leave me alone.
No, you're not.
Mr. Wright, you're British? What?
I was raised in England. Leave me alone.
No, you wasn't.
What?
Literally, look it up. Look up British pronunciation. It's probable.
How about shh?
How about
What is he
I'm older than you.
What is he talking about? You're not British? I thought you were...
How old are you, man?
26.
I thought you were
There's no way you're lying.
I'm also 33 in the game.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, I wasn't lying.
Anyways, the defense should do the cross-examination, not the defendant. Mr. Justice, are you prepared?
Yes, Your Honor. I can't believe I'm going up against Mr. Gavin. This trial is getting weirder and weirder.
Weirder and weirder. Where's the lie? 9, where's the lie? 9, where's the
Hold
lie?
it! Those were the only 3 at the scene of the crime?
Yes, as far as I saw, at least.
Then we're back where we started. The killer was the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Who else could have been? But why didn't you talk to the police?
2 reasons. First, I didn't actually witness the very moment of the crime. Second, my office was asked to defend Wright. Even after saying what I had seen, I couldn't abandon my friend.
Friend.
Objection! There must have been someone else there at the moment of the crime.
Justice, I just said I saw no one, not a soul.
But that goes against what Mr. Wright said.
Yes, this mysterious 4th person. Who would conveniently be the real killer, I suppose.
Glad to see we agree, Mr. Gavin.
Let me pose a question then. Tell me, what possible reason did the real killer have to swap cards in the victim's hand? Perhaps you can show us a reason why such a thing would be necessary?
How can I show something I can't find myself?
Remember, Apollo, the card that was swapped out was the 5th ace.
The 5th ace. Right.
The ace of spades.
Well, Mr. Justice, the question of why the killer would swap out a card has been raised. Can you point to a reason?
It's right in your court record. Come on.
All right, let's show evidence. It's now or never.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay, I get it now.
What?
The defense would like to present evidence to the court. Evidence showing the reason why a card was swapped out.
Did you just figure out what character he was?
No, I figured out the reason and the point.
Oh.
To go ahead and point out the reason and the point, Mr. Justice. Why'd the killer take the 5th ace?
Take that!
What? That's wrong.
My reason is, this.
Is that an ace?
Why? Why, it's got blood on it. Right next to the spade.
What?
This is insane. I was told about this. Why?
Could this be the missing 5th ace?
Inconceivable! How could you? What are you doing with that card?
Well, that's the thing. Why is Mr. Gavin so upset? It's just a fishy card for some fishy girl.
Oh. That card. It's mine. That is, I picked it up at the Borscht Bowl Club that night after the murder had occurred. I gave it to my daughter, and cards are her stock in trade after all.
Objection! No! Impossible! Unacceptable! The court can't accept this evidence! It's a fraud!
A fraud.
A fraud? How can you be so sure?
What?
I would think the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene. The real killer. Allow me to elaborate. What if this trace of blood was the reason?
The reason for?
For the killer to take the card from the scene of the crime.
Where are you going with this?
Take another look at the photo, and at the victim's head. At the moment of the crime, his hat fell to the floor, and a trickle of blood ran from his forehead down the back of his head. Couldn't a drop of that blood have fallen on one of the cards?
I suppose.
The killer then took the card to hide the blood.
Objection! Regardless, that evidence is not permissible!
Oh?
Right. Regardless of how you wasted the last 7 years, you used to be a lawyer. You knew what a serious crime it is to conceal evidence.
Oh, we can discuss the finer points of our legal system later. What's important now is that I've answered your question.
What are you talking about?
You wanted to know why the killer would have taken a card from the crime scene. And now I've told you. That one drop of blood would have been decisive evidence, you see.
Objection! This is baseless conjecture! Baseless!
Objection!
Huh?
Oh, I assure you, it's quite based.
Let's go.
Dude, he's the basest of criminals.
Genuinely, I sent us, was it last night? I sent a screen cap to this last night, Dan. I'm like, I'm so excited for you to get to this line.
He also said, don't screw it up. I'm like, okay.
What?
It's amazing, really. How a single drop of blood on a single card can lead us to the basis of truths. It's quite simple. Well, Apollo?
Yes?
Try picturing the scene of the crime in your head.
Let's see how this looks. Ooh.
3D!
Whoa. That's a cool
The
effect.
future is now thanks to science.
The murder took place in the hideout.
Ray tracing.
The body of the luckless victim was found at the poker table. And before the killer swapped a card out, there was a single card with a drop of blood on it in the victim's hand. Given this, there's 1, decisive problem with this scene.
Oh, what is it?
Let's keep it simple, shall we? Given that there was a drop of blood on a card, whose position in this diagram doesn't fit? The victims, the killers, the witnesses, the second witnesses. Whose position doesn't fit with the bloody card?
Take that! Well, isn't it the victim's position that's the problem? Oh boy.
Quit getting distracted. We're doing business here. We're working.
I can't believe this is a cat stream though.
Well, for your information, Mega, I just stopped her from jumping up on my hand, so...
Why does she keep doing that?
Because she wants to go to the window.
Your hand is in a window.
She goes from my desk to the window.
Well, move your window.
How? Please tell me how.
Just take it and push it somewhere else.
Oh, you're right. I'll try it right now.
I was gonna say you could get like a little platform and so you could jump on there instead of your desk, but I would imagine it'd be really hard to do that.
I don't follow your logic here, Mr. Justice.
I thought she didn't respond to me. That's funny.
That's not what I said.
Welcome.
Don't worry, we all love midnight here.
Yeah, this is the midnight hour.
Actually, it's 9:30, but okay.
No, it's the midnight hour.
It's the midnight channel.
Here, no, Mega. Here, just read the line. It'll answer Wudgy's question.
I don't follow your logic here, Mr. Justice.
It is not midnight.
Look, the victim was struck on the head, sending him back in his chair. You'd think any blood would have fallen behind the body, not onto the table in front of him. Take a look at the photo again.
Take a look at the photo
If he bled in this position, the blood would fall on the floor, not on the cards.
Why, that's right. So what does this mean?
Incidentally, we were sitting in swivel chairs.
Swivel chairs? Oh man.
Apollo, try turning the chair around.
Alright, let me just grab the chair from my mind.
Guys, look where my mouse
wow,
is.
that is completely not aligned.
Oh, okay.
Nine.
Nintendo DS!
You have to grab it with the hand.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp it with your hand.
Guys, you can see my mouse.
You just snap
yes,
your
you have to.
stylus.
Nine is creating.
Grasp it.
9 is the one creating problems here.
I think they actually just turned this into a spot select.
Just click on it. Click on the chair. Okay, there you go. And the DS actually, I'm pretty sure you had to actually drag and turn it around or like rotate. I think
The chair was facing the other way.
Nintendo DS.
it would have to be.
Nintendo 3D.
So we have to assume that at the time of the murder, the victim's chair was facing away from the table.
When Mr. Ryan returned from informing the police, which way was the chair facing?
When I came back to the room, the body was facing as seen in this photo.
I have to say, though, that chair doesn't look like a swivel chair.
Yeah, actually, look at the very bottom.
Kinda.
That would mean the killer turned the chair back around.
Yeah, look at the legs down there.
I see it. Okay.
That's a swivel.
Yeah. One of those chairs.
One of those chairs.
You said it with such hatred in your voice. One of those chairs.
One of those chairs. You sell those where I
Let's take the next step. Look at one of those chairs once again. We know now the victim was facing away from the table at the time of the murder. But this creates another significant contradiction.
Again?
Let's test your reasoning skills again, shall we? Apollo, whose location on this diagram contradicts our new understanding of the crime? The victims, the killers, the witnesses, or the second witnesses? Whose location creates a contradiction if the victim was facing away?
Take that!
9.
Yeah.
The victim was struck from the front, correct?
You doing okay with those controls, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
She is struggling, actually, but...
Indeed.
Struggling!
Indeed.
Nah.
Indeed.
Sounds someone who's struggling with her.
9 would never struggle at anything in life.
Yeah, 9's perfect, didn't you know?
Yeah,
Wait,
she's
no,
perfect the way she is.
No, yeah. I don't know about perfect.
Everything 9 does, she aces it first try.
Wait.
First try.
We're out here. We're out here capping
guys,
tonight.
I don't know
Even
about
even Gacha pulls, her very first Gacha pull in Genshin Impact, she got immediate 5
She
stars.
got Solia Sora from twitch.tv/Solia Sora on her
actually,
first
to be
poll.
fair, that is true. My first ever roll on Genshin.
See, she's
Grand
flawless.
Blue, I got like a SSR
Flawless.
unit, you know?
Flawless.
It's not
Flawless.
because it was guaranteed or anything. I genuinely
I'm pretty sure it's because it's guaranteed the hook you in and buy more.
I wonder how it became.
Nah, I
came,
didn't
like,
buy a thing.
I can't believe Solar is this paragon of like perfection everybody should strive for. Bro.
And I guess to be fair
She
to
is.
the SSR that I
She's
got,
perfect.
you know, it was one of my
9.
favorites, you know? Like, so that was crazy.
9.
That's how they rope you.
That's how they
You're-
rope you.
You're an
That's
inspiration to us
how they
all,
get you.
9, in all of your perfection.
9. Don't you know why I call you 9? It's because you're 9 out of 10.
That's
not
not
perfect,
perfect. though. That's not perfect.
That's one step away from perfect.
You just said that she wasn't perfect.
No,
Good job, Megan.
We have to
no.
change her name now. She is now 10.
Oh,
No.
there we go.
10 tails.
You know what? 3 out of 10.
Hey,
And here, the more tails that Kitsune has, the wiser they are.
But the max they can have is 9.
Stop.
Wait.
Stop
Oh
now.
gosh, wait.
Stop the joke.
9.
I got played.
You know what they say.
You got played.
You know what they say. They're gonna have 9 lives.
Well, wouldn't it be hard for the killer to hit him from the front?
I
Garfield.
just silently continue.
Sitting where his indicator currently is?
I would think it'd be quite hard, yes.
Yes, but what you're saying makes no sense. Why would the victim suddenly turn to face the wall in the middle of a game?
I believe a sufficient reason will soon come to light.
What?
There's something in this diagram that makes far less sense, actually. Look again at the diagram. Apollo, if the victim was struck while he was sitting as shown here, where would his assailant be standing? Try marking it on the diagram.
What? But there's no room to put a marker where the killer should be.
He stood on the table, T-posed, and then smashed his head with a bottle.
Yeah, T-posing.
Don't worry. Let's think it through and see what we find. We know the victim was facing toward the wall at the time of the crime.
Guys, I figured out who the killer was. Skibbity toilet.
No.
Mute him, kick him,
Mute him.
ban him.
Get him out
You're
of
not
here.
allowed here anymore.
Oh, I didn't.
That's the only thing we know for
You
sure.
don't claim this man.
Try to forget about everything else. Where would the killer have to be standing to strike our victim from the front?
He was standing on
This is
top of the victim.
crazy.
He was standing on a chair, which is not safe for work.
Take that!
This is the least crazy you can get.
The killer had to be standing, well, here! What was
Where?
that?
You get points for flair, but that's about all you get. I can't talk.
I thought I was onto something there, too.
I only need to point out that standing there would be impossible. Victim is facing a solid cupboard. Are you claiming the killer climbed the cupboard and hit him from above?
He T-posed,
Cupboard.
so yes.
Cupboard.
It's simple logic, really. If this was the only place the killer could have been standing, then that means that at the very moment of the crime,
he no-clipped.
Wait! I know! At the moment of the crime, the cupboard wasn't there!
Oh, what's this now? What?
I mean, that's the only explanation, right, Mr. Gavin? Your Honor, I have a suggestion for the defense. We should arrange to examine the cupboard in the hideout immediately.
Bailiff, send a team to the crime scene immediately. Have them try to move the cupboard.
Your Honor.
What?
There's one more thing your men should look for. Please, give this to the bailiff.
Yes, I see. You do belong in the courtroom after all, Mr. Wright.
I do my best. Well, let's forge ahead here while we wait. Look at the diagram once again. It's been changed. If the killer was standing here at the time of the crime, then this cupboard wasn't here, which means...
Don't let pain of all people rub off on you, right?
Just, point out the cupboard, I guess, and it'll do it by itself.
I'm sorry, Apollo.
You're supposed to move this stuff in this terrible controls?
I didn't realize that being around me would have such an influence on your psyche. It's progressing faster than I thought.
What? What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
Think nothing of it, Apollo. Just remember that
you'll find out.
Whatever you hear and whatever you think, it's all part of the process for discovering your powers.
What?
There's a genuine confusion.
Thank you, Apollo. And as you can see, the cupboard was the problem. At the time of the murder, and has to have been as shown here. Now everything is in place to reconstruct the moment of the crime, and oh my. What's this?
What is it? No!
Look at the diagram of the crime scene once more. It appears we found yet another contradiction. What I believe to be the final contradiction, in fact.
Huh? Oh, dang!
Notice something, Apollo? Our line of deduction is rapidly approaching its logical conclusion.
Now then, Mr. Justice, please point to the new contradicting indicator. Is it the victim, the killer, the witness, second witness? Which one is it? I don't know.
I don't believe it.
Tell me.
Take that!
Take that!
Congratulations, he played himself.
About this cupboard. Are we all okay with assuming that it was moved?
I also really love how Apollo's just not saying anything about the voices.
Do you like how Phoenix just looked at Apollo and was like, oh dear, it's progressing faster than I expected.
Yeah, meanwhile, in Apollo's mind, just no,
sure.
No thinking.
Sure, why not?
Well, if it was, something really doesn't fit. The cupboard would completely cover up the window to the stairs. That's right. Yeah. Someone standing outside wouldn't be able to see in. Someone like Mr. Gavin.
What did you say?
Oh? Is the coolest defense in the West losing his cool?
Don't expect me to play along with your little game, right?
It's only a game until someone gets killed, Mr. Gavin. And someone was, while the window to that room was blocked by a cupboard. So, Mr. Gavin, perhaps you'd like to explain to the court exactly where did you witness the crime scene from?
Excuse me,
Your Honor!
Order! This is the code of law, and I will have order.
We just now received a word from our investigative team at the Borscht Bow Club. They've examined the cupboard in the hideout, Your Honor.
Oh? And what did they find?
Well, Your Honor, turns out there is a secret passage behind it.
What?
Ah, yes. I believe I mentioned something of the sort before. This is one of the tricks to the room many of our regulars know about.
Tricks.
I do remember him saying something about that now that he mentions it.
A secret passage is a handy thing to have, even when you're engaged in illegal going-ons.
Goings-on.
Shut up. He's like talking to the peanut gallery. Fine, I'll reread it, 9. You really want me to?
No, I was just looking at like, oh, well, what was it actually wrong? And that's why I was checking. Like, oh, yeah, it was.
Yes, I was incorrect. It happens. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect like you, 9.
I mean, I'm not perfect.
UA?
Yeah, 9.
UA is the one that always points it out. Kick him, mute him, ban him.
Never know when you might need to duck away from the eyes of the law.
So the room has a secret passage. Where does it go?
I don't know.
The other side connects to the restaurant above.
I love when it did that flashback. Phoenix's mouth was open.
The underworld bosses could get away from the cops and enjoy a cold bowl of borscht, no doubt. Just like our killer. You see where our line of simple deductive reasoning has led us, Apollo?
I see it, but I don't believe it. That girl wasn't kidding when she said I needed this trump card for the last hand. At the time of the murder, the window was blocked, and the victim's hat was only off his head for a few minutes between Mr. Smith's murder and Mr. Wright's return from calling the cops. In other words, the only place anyone could have seen the victim's bald head was from inside the hideout. Well, Mr. Gavin? Come on, say something.
Dare I ask what really happened that night?
Actually, I think we can probably figure it out ourselves at this point. That night, for whatever reason, our killer had a date with Mr. Smith. A date with Destiny. There he crouched, hidden in a secret passageway behind the cover.
Wait, the profile's just looking at Apollo.
Profile's just like, what are you talking about?
Stop looking at me.
What? Don't say that. Don't say that. No.
Whatever you're fiddling with, what have you been fiddling with this entire stream?
She took a snapshot.
Every time your mouse moves, the stream on our screen, or at least mine, flashes, and I briefly see something else.
There's a window to the left of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's what it was screen capture. I saw voicemail was one of them as well. So it's just other stuff. It's nothing a big of a deal.
No, I'm making a big deal right now.
Cry about it.
Dan, you always make a big deal things.
I always do.
Why are you always a crybaby?
Holding his breath, waiting for just the right moment. Then the chance came, and he took it. Flack.
Why did you do that? Wait here, I'll get help.
Miss Olga O'Reilly was out cold, struck by Mr. Smith. But his time was soon to come. Mr. Wright went upstairs to call the cops, leaving Mr. Shady Smith alone in a hideout with the unconscious dealer. Then our killer stepped out from the secret passage and into the hideout.
The victim must have heard the cupboard sliding aside.
He wheeled his chair around to look, and whack!
After the deed was done, the criminal must have seen the blood on the card. He would have, of course, realized the need to destroy the evidence. That single spot of blood told the whole story of the crime.
Too bad for him he didn't linger any longer in the hideout that night. If he had, might have noticed the cards on the floor. And the fact that they were all red.
Baggy! Well, it seems this trial has taken yet another turn. I'm truly sorry I had to see this day come, Mr. Gavin.
Mr. Gavin?
Mr. Payne!
Sorry. Yes, Your Honor.
The prosecution will continue its investigation. As for Phoenix Wright, the defendant, he is hereby cleared of all suspicion. Believe me when I say that I don't believe this is happening, Mr. Gavin. But I'm afraid circumstances call for me to issue a warrant for your arrest immediately.
Objection! Oh, no need to apologize. I rather enjoyed myself. It's not every day you get to see a legendary... it's not every day you get to witness a legendary attorney's dirty tactics firsthand.
Your point, Mr. Gavin?
Frankly, Your Honor, I'm shocked that a person of your caliber would be taken in by such a low-grade parlor trick.
Excuse me?
The defendant is cleared of all suspicion. This is hardly the time for jokes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright hasn't proven anyone's guilt or innocence here. What he has done is use illegal evidence to put the blame on someone else. Not just anyone else, but me, his own defense attorney.
Illegal evidence?
Objection! Let me ask you, Mr. Gavin. Is there still any reason at present to suspect me of wrongdoing?
Of course. This bottle, for instance.
Yeah.
The bottle of grape juice Mr. Wright was drinking.
How do you intend to explain away the fingerprints on the murder weapon? And not just any fingerprints, am I right, Mr. Payne?
Actually, yes, the fingerprints on the bottle went upside down. Yes, right.
I seem to recall this being an issue earlier.
The court and this case demand an explanation. I can think of only one reason why he would hold the bottle upside down. And that is to hit someone with the bottom of the bottle. Well, Your Honor?
See how the caught fish squirms to the last. Well, Apollo?
Yes?
Your boss seems awfully concerned about this bottle still. But I'm sure you can come up with a suitable explanation, just like that.
Yeah. Just like, what? Why would anyone grab a bottle upside down other than to...
Don't let him trick you into thinking his explanation is the only legitimate one.
Is there really another?
Yeah.
Take another look at the court record. I believe you'll find a simple answer there, in plain sight.
How about you just say the answer in plain words?
It would be hasty to deliver a verdict with unanswered questions, indeed. Well, Mr. Justice?
Mr. Gavin said that the court, and this case, demand an explanation. Don't worry. Justice won't leave until justice is done.
Perhaps the defense would care to enlighten the court? What evidence do you have to explain why the fingerprints on the bottle are upside down? Tell me! Tell me right now!
Take that! It's actually easier to show you than explain, Your Honor. Place that bottle on the floor next to your chair.
Excuse me, on the floor?
Yes. Now, reach down and pick it up. Without getting out of your chair.
Ah!
Sorry.
See? You naturally go to pick up the bottle by its neck. With your fingers upside down.
Man, I can't believe he just caught on all the regular people who pick up the bottle from the upside up.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. Anyways, the defendant, Mr. Wright, sat here, playing piano, bottles of grape juice on the floor, to the side of his piano bench. He would have naturally picked up the bottles upside down several times.
Wow, I can't believe it was that simple.
Recall our dinner that evening, Christoph. I was drinking my usual juice then, too.
Basically, you used the bottle on the table to do the deed. Then you must have remembered. So you went and picked one of the bottles from under the piano, and you switched the bottles. You took one of Mr. Wright's bottles and made it look like the murder weapon.
Order! What do you have to say to these charges, Mr. Gavin?
Fascinating. So this is the legendary attorney's famed tactic of misdirection.
What?
You claim that I switched a bottle. Where's your proof?
Proof? Well, that's,
As I thought, more baseless conjecture. I'm afraid your bottle of proof is quite empty.
Objection! I wouldn't be so sure about that. Your Honor, when you initiated the investigation of the hideout earlier, do you recall I requested an additional investigation?
I love the silence and back to the suspense music.
Alright. Yes, I remember about that. Here. Retrieve the bottles from under the piano at the Boar's Bowl Club. And here's one of the bottles in question.
What? Are you going to dust that for fingerprints too? I would be surprised if any were on that but his.
Mr. Gavin probably wouldn't make such a novice mistake. True. That bottle won't bear a trace of anything.
Say, Apollo.
Yeah? Yes.
Why don't you go ahead and examine that bottle?
But why?
Just humor me.
Mr. Wright.
That bottle will solve this case once and for all.
What? That's some bottle.
Gee, I wonder.
The card.
There's something inside the bottle.
Boom. Oh, it's a screw top. God.
How'd you pull it out?
Magic.
What's this?
The card! It can't be!
Recall that unpleasant woman's testimony for a moment.
Miss Olga O'Reilly?
Yes, our little swindling devochka. Thank you, Yue.
Well, okay. That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to. Wright lost to the last hand, just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. Planted card was gone. The trap failed.
Wait, this isn't... You're telling me that this is the planted card you disposed of? The one you mentioned in this piece of testimony.
I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card. Yes, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of Hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game.
Oh, I'm in this cutscene too. Disposed where?
There was an empty bottle of grape juice that had been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle. The Five of Hearts. This is the card. The bottles were swapped, and the only one who could have done that was the fourth person in the club that night. You, Mr. Christoph Gavin.
Oh.
Oh, the face.
Dude, how do you do that?
Pre-recorded it.
No.
You
No,
liar.
I mean the floating stuff. The floating lobster.
That is all.
Oh. Talk about the lobster.
Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright?
Revenge?
Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago!
My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction.
Justice! Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right?
This is insane. What about me? Don't I get to press good on?
No.
No.
He was just sitting there for formalities the entire time.
This is decoration at this point.
I believe it's time we finally come to the end of our trial. Mr. Payne, do you have a report for us on Christoph Gavin?
He's admitted everything. We're processing his arrest now.
I can't believe it. I lost my boss. I'm jobless.
Still, one has to wonder why he would do such a thing. He didn't even have a connection to the victim, did he?
None that we know of.
Mr. Wright, have you anything to add?
I'm afraid I can't shed any more light on the matter.
About this victim, Mr. Shady Smith. His occupation was listed as traveler. An odd profession to be sure, and that's all we know about him.
I arranged for a follow-up investigation, Hunter.
Did you not hear me? Oh, okay.
Good, Mr. Wright.
Yes?
7 years and you still haven't lost your touch.
Christoph Gavin
That's not my name.
was a man with much significance for me, both as a friend and a lawyer.
He was extremely talented, to be sure.
I needed two things before I could confront him. The first was a place where no injustice would be tolerated, this courtroom. The second was a man who would tolerate no injustice. In other words, a defense attorney. You, Apollo.
Me?
I can ask where I thought you were going to say Richard my alleyway.
This is a dark time for our legal system. A twisting of justice brought on by our very own initial trial system. We have to set it right.
Mr. Wright.
Mr. Wright.
Our work lies ahead of us, and I, for one, am looking forward to it.
Well, this seems like a good time to announce a verdict. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, it's guilty.
Not guilty.
Did a good job,
I did it! I did. What?
What?
Court is adjourned.
I must be just thinking things. I didn't just hear that.
I didn't just hear that.
April 20th, 4:28 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3.
Thanks, Apollo. You came through, just like I thought you would.
I'm pretty sure I didn't do a thing in there. It was you who cornered Mr. the killer.
Well, I couldn't have done it by myself. You sensed it too today, didn't you? Your latent abilities.
Ability?
Yes. It's a sensitivity that someone of my status lacks, though you'll come to understand it soon enough.
Wait, I wonder if he means... I have one question for the witness then. I wish I had cave. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true?
Of course it's true.
What's this weird vibe I'm getting?
If only.
What was that, Mr. Wright?
You'll have to find the answer to that question yourself.
The answer. Right. Today was full of questions without answers. Most of them about Mr. Gavin.
What possible reason could he have had to commit murder? Perhaps you'll learn that in the days to come.
Huh? Wait, you don't know, do you?
And this locket is the key.
Huh? Oh, that reminds me. I met the girl whose picture is in your locket.
Meh.
This incessant laughing. Your daughter, right?
Meh.
That's right. She's my daughter.
Meh.
You know, you were right about this locket.
Huh?
I took this off his neck the night he died. But it looks like our dear Russian scam artist saw me. So the truth is, this locket really did belong to him.
Oh, right, I remember.
Wait! But that's perjury! You testified! You said that locket was yours!
I said no such thing, actually.
Huh?
I merely said that it was a locket with my daughter's picture inside. A subtle distinction, but a distinction nonetheless.
Loopholing bastard.
And it's the truth, Apollo.
Wait, but then why? Why was the victim wearing a locket with a picture of your daughter inside it?
I stole his daughter.
Sometimes, the straightest path to the truth isn't the best one. Give it time. You're still just getting started with your career.
Speaking of which, I may be out of a job. I work for Gavin Law Offices after all. I still can't believe I just saw Mr. Gavin get led away in handcuffs.
Apollo,
Yes?
how about coming to work for me?
Huh? You mean at the Wright & Co. Law Offices? I mean, there's not a single attorney in my generation that doesn't know it.
I can't imagine that to be true, but...
Wait, but didn't you're not a...
Oh, I turned in my badge, yes. I'm not an attorney anymore.
That incident 7 years ago. That legendary trial. And at the middle of it all was one man, Phoenix Wright. The case reached its sad conclusion, and he left law for good. Have you ever thought about coming back to the courts?
I'm not qualified to stand in a court of law, I'm afraid. Didn't you notice in today's trial, there was a single piece of forged evidence?
Oh. Forged evidence? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick.
One piece of evidence struck me as odd, it's true.
Yep.
It just seemed, well, too perfect. I'll bet this was the forged evidence.
It was indeed the card.
Yeah.
Take that!
Yeah.
You mean this, don't you? I got this from your daughter, Mr. Wright.
Yes. That card couldn't have been found at the crime scene. Why? Because the killer took it with him when he left, leaving the wrong card in its place, luckily for us.
This court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud!
A fraud? How can you be so sure? I would think the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene. The real killer. My verdict was already handed down 7 years ago.
Then, you really...
Yes, Apollo. I forged this card. One look at the crime scene should have told you it wasn't real.
But you can't do something like that and call yourself an attorney!
Who's calling themselves an attorney, Apollo?
So it's true. The rumor is true. 7 years ago.
None of that matters much now, does it?
You deserve that, honestly.
I punched him.
It's your story from here on out, Apollo. Perhaps I can help you turn the next page. My office's address. Drop in if you like.
Mr. Wright.
Oh, and about your uppercut. Try yelling, "Take that!" next time. I find it packs a little more punch. And Apollo, thanks for today. I had a good time.
So he just took an upper punch and just didn't
And
care?
with that, Mr.
care.
Wright walked out the door.
And the victory music continues playing.
Bro, when did Mr. Wright get so cool?
It's from
that's
being
how
a
my
Marvel
first
vs.
trial
Capcom.
By the way, I just realized that Wright's business card still has Wright & Co. Law Office on it.
He never let go.
Like, you'd think he would have made cards for the Wright Anything Agency at this point.
No, he's just
A lot
nostalgic.
of mysteries went unsolved.
Right.
And
Right, talent
at the
agency,
time,
rather.
I had no idea they were all related. Every mystery that day, connected by a single thread of logic. I'd find that out soon enough. My name is Apollo Justice, attorney at law, and this is how my story begins.
The end.
Yeah.
Yay.
We did it.
Turnabout Donald Trump.
If only Apollo asked him, why? Why did you do it? Why?
I did it for the vine.
I did it for the rock.
I wanted
did
to
it
feel like.
for the people.
No, imagine Wright just looks at him. She's like, I wanted to be in control for once.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's deep.
Yeah, Mega? Yeah, Mega?
Well, I would have, but
that
I mean,
wouldn't work.
I punched him, so.
Oh, it totally would have worked.
No one.
Oh, yes, it would have.
No, I don't think it would have.
Oh, yes, it would have.
No.
You don't know the context, Mega. I'll tell you the main context later.
What do you mean?
Now here's the perfect question: Where is Ryunosuke?
Not with
Where
Wright right
is
now.
Ryunosuke?
Not with Wright right now.
Well, he was there. He was here earlier. He was here earlier.
I can't wait for the voices to start building in Apollo's head. Because one, it was like one every once in a while that was like, what was that? I want you just hearing things.
Ryunosuke's with Trick now.
No. He was here earlier. He was here earlier when Danny went AFK.
But once you have like 2 or 3 arguing in his head, he's gonna lose it.
Trick took custody of Ryunosuke.
Trick said, "Hey, you don't want to be here, buddy. He's going down a dark path right now."
He's just going down.
I didn't foresee this when I left.
Yeah, I because honestly, I also like heard because Cosmo was also with Phoenix, and now it seems like he's in Apollo. So it's like, Cosmo could do the bridge, probably could Ryunosuke. The possibilities, or the true strongest being in all of Ace Attorney now.
Me, Apollo Justice.
No, not Apollo Justice.
What? I literally have superpowers.
Yeah,
Mr. Wright said so. He told me I did.
Well, yeah, and then I guess it does truly come full circle. He was also.
I'm not an Ace Attorney. I'm a super attorney.
You imagine Phoenix is just messing with him because he's just still bitter that Mia kept saying, "You're nearly full-blooded, Nick."
yeah, no.
He's just passing out. He's like, "You're nearly full-blooded." He's like, doesn't even have superpowers. She's just messing with him. He's like, "Oh, so this is how Mia felt." This feels kind of good, actually.
I understand now.
That's canon.
No, honestly, yeah.
And then Strongheart appears and he goes, "Oh, they stole my body again."
Again. He's like, he's not even mad. He's just like, "Oh, shucks, they did it again." Oh, you
again.
kids. Ooh, he's like shaking his fist. Ooh, well, I'll get you.
Oh, you darn kids.
Why I oughta?
I think the most shocking revelation is the fact that Capcom went full DD on Phoenix's shouts there. I wasn't expecting that. I thought they'd use the original files.
Hold it.
Either that or replace
was not a
everyone relevant.
I mean, they definitely weren't. It wasn't a bug. Those were edited files. That was a completely edited.
Yeah. I get that, but what about Apollo?
You know what? This is something I'm gonna have to search up myself.
It's the Mandela effect. Oh, I assure you, it's quite based.
And if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means I am.
By the way, I should mention, something that took me off guard is this entire trilogy is rated teen.
Really?
Yep. Because
T
Dual Destinies,
for-
and I think maybe Spirit of Justice, I think they
No,
might have
it was only DD.
Yeah. Well, the entire trilogy is rated teen.
And I think it's only because of that one cutscene.
I think they might have edited it, maybe?
Couldn't have. It's still for teams.
Uh-oh, they edited it.
Anyways, I would like to stay, but I have to disappear. I think this is just the end. Anyway.
Get out of here.
Oh yeah, we're about to end. So
Yeah.
So yeah,
No, we're gonna do the entire next case. right now.
Yeah.
No.
Right now. Yeah, exactly. We got hours to spare. Yeah.
No.
We have time.
We have.
Nah, do you know what I think we have time for?
What's
Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, baby!
I think it's time
Pitching
for the
it to my
Thanks
wonderful
for-
friends who would surely play with me, right?
See, so
Okay,
I am
I'll
literally.
do it.
I'm literally unable to play with you.
Yay!
What is this?
I want to play. I can't. I literally can't.
Yeah, he can't, because... Well, you know what? We already had this conversation, Picaro.
Exactly. we sure did. So, anyways, I'm actually glad at least been here for at least part of the stream this time. Hopefully, I'm here for next time. We'll stream again. Thank you for having me.
Hey,
Next time on Game Grumps.
Of course. Hopefully, I get a better road than Winston Payne.
Okay. I'm just looking in the Dual Destinies. They did not replace it. Like, he's got the original shouts. Apollo has the original shouts in Dual Destiny. So I imagine he's going to have these original shouts in SOJ as well. So that makes this a very intriguing move that they would just replace Wright's shouts here with his DD counterpart.
Well, who knows?
Apollo's has his 3DS shouts, right?
He has his 3DS shouts, yeah.
Right.
All right, well, Until next time. As next stream, I have no clue when I'll do it. So
Next time on
maybe
Game
Monday.
Grumps.
I don't know.
Maybe Monday.
Have a good
Next
night, everybody,
Friday.
and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.